You are now rocking with the hottest boxing podcast in the land with your host, Coach Malachi Williams.
True.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's going on, family? It's that boy, Coach Malachi, in the building, and we are back. Let me make sure that the volume is good. All right, look like everybody can hear me. Yeah, man, salute to everybody, man. Much love to the family. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for the old boy. Hit the like button for the old boy. You get what I'm saying? Let me see, I think I put it up, though. Yeah, y'all hit the like button for the old boy, man. You know what I mean? And let's see what we got. All right, that's cool. That's cool right there, yeah. Y'all hit the like button for the old boy. Let me see. Do I have it up there? Yeah, I think I have it up there. Yeah, I think I have it. Yeah, we good. Yeah, man, salute to everybody, man. Hey, shout out to Daniel. Daniel, what's going on, fam? Daniel, what's going on, baby boy? Hey, yeah. That's my main man right there, man. Main man. Hey, look here. So I told I had a homeboy named Outlaw. Outlaw. That's his shit, motherfucking Outlaw. That's his favorite goddamn. That's his favorite word, baby boy. He said, baby boy, check this out, baby boy. Hey, check this out. Hey, we were like 14, 15. We in the hole and shit, right? In the hole, like back in the day, where you sold drugs at, predominantly, it was called the hole. Yeah, we in the drug hole. It was a drug hole, right? So that's where everybody went at. You know, they sold their drugs. You know what I mean? We talking about the 80s. You know, we talking about 80, 88. 89, 90. You went into the 90s as well, 90s, and then, you know, then we started, then I think around that time, dudes still thinking when the 90s hit, everybody started getting like little trap houses and shit like that. You know what I mean? So we were getting little trap houses back. This we talking about like, yeah, it's like 90, 92, 90, yeah, 90, yeah, 90, yeah, 92, about 91, 91 is 92, 93. Dudes, it was still dudes running the cars on the corner, but for the most part, you know what I mean? You know, it was still some dudes out there flat-foot hustling. I call that flat-foot hustling. Anything if you got to hustle on your feet, I call that flat-foot hustling. Shout out to G5. G5, what's going on, fam? I'm looking at everybody right here on the phone, on the show right here. So we got G5. We got my main man, Clinton. We got Daniel. We got Tony Montana. Tony, Cool Breeze. Yep. Cool Breeze, what's going on, fam? He said we have the alley. Well, man, yeah. Listen, hey, hustling in the alley now. Yeah. We had an alley too, but yeah, hustling in the alley now. You see what I'm saying? Hey, this see them with the good old days, fam. You know what? Them with the good old days. I sit back and I be doing a lot of reflecting, right? And I be like, man, you know what I mean? Just the cats who came up, you know, like that, you know, that unknown generation is a motherfucker, man. For that generation, you really had to know how to be independent, because you was taught like that and raised like that as a kid, you know, growing up. You know what I mean? Go outside and play. And mama ain't worried about, oh man, well shit, I hope nobody don't don't snatch them up and take them somewhere, this and that, and yada, yada, yada. Like back then, now in today's time, that'd be looked upon as neglect and all of that. But no, back then, that we had, you know what I mean? Nigga, we built tree houses and this all kind of stuff back then. Had to be real creative. You know, before social media, but even though we built that social media, you see what I'm saying? We did that, and you know, and then the generation now benefited from it. But I'm just saying, like, I'm talking about my generation. You know what I mean? Like a lot of shit, like you know, like the Jeff Bezos, he come from my generation. What the dude name on X, Elon Musk. I think Steve Jobs. How old Steve Jobs was? No, Jobs probably was he a baby boomer? He's either baby boomer or Generation X. I think he was a baby boomer though. Like that generation there, but that X that came after the boomers. Yeah, man. Like you had to really, really be independent. that shit was crazy. You know what I mean? I be sitting there looking at. I be sitting there looking at my kids and stuff. I was like, man, it's so different from them, bro. Like I know how to tell time. If I don't have a watch or nothing on me, I know how to tell time. I can literally look up in the sky and tell by the position of the sun. I can guess what time it is. Now, of course, I'm not going to guess it down to the minute and second, but I'm talking about the hour. I definitely get the hour. I know when it's high. I know when it's 12 o'clock. Okay, the sun high noon. And then not only that, it's a lot of little shit we learned. Like, you know, a lot of that. Like, and I learned this in school, in elementary school. If you don't have a watch, you want to know, and the sun is out, and that's if the sun is out. All you got to do, draw a circle in the sand. Draw a circle in the sand and get 2 sticks. You see what I'm saying? You draw a circle in the sand. No, you don't need 2 sticks. You need 1 stick. You draw a circle in the sand and you like a clock. And you don't even have to put the lines on there, but you know, like a clock. But you can number it. You could probably put like 12, 3, 6, 9, and put the stick right there in the middle. And wherever the shadow is pointing at, that's what time it is. True. That's what time it is. Yeah. Because the stick, you know, the sunlight, the stick gonna leave a shadow. Wherever the shadow at, that's what time it is. So, you know, but you know, I mean, this generation probably don't even know that. I mean, they got Chat GPT and all that and all the AI shit, but they don't know they still don't know that. hey. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, for real though. Hey, shout out to Lisa. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Lisa, I brought back some memories, huh, Lisa? What Lisa at? Lisa, I brought back some memories. Yeah. Brought back some memories there. You see what I'm saying? Them jitterbugs, these jitterbugs don't know nothing about that right. Not right now. Not right now. They don't know nothing about that right now. You see what I'm saying? You know how to cook a hot dog. With you know, all I need is a shoebox. If it's hot outside, just give me a shoebox and some aluminum foil. We're gonna foil it out, put the hot dog in there, and put it out in the sun with this cover on it. You gotta poke holes in the box too. You gotta poke holes in the box and all that stuff there so it can breathe. And let it sit out there. Let it sit out there about 30 minutes and then come back. They don't know nothing about that, man. Hey, man, anyway, let's get into the show, man. Now, I'm at the top. I forgot all about this, fam, but I had forgot all about this, bro. I had forgot all about this, and I didn't remember it. Hell, I didn't remember it until I saw somebody video talking about it. I forgot who it was. It'll come to me. I say, damn, you know what? That motherfucker was booing Canelo. That motherfucker was booing Canelo. And guess what? It wasn't nothing but Mexicans out there. That was the demographic I saw. You know what I mean? Or, you know, or Mexican Americans, or, you know, because I know Mexican Americans call themselves Mexicans and stuff like that, you know, sometimes. So, you know what I mean? I don't ain't nobody, I'm Mexican American. I have yet to meet, very few. I'm just talking very few. Like, yeah, you know what I mean. Even the Mexican Americans, where you from? Yeah, I'm Mexican. I ain't saying. I say, where you from? Like, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Where you from? Oh, I'm from Phoenix. Oh, okay. Well, you American then. All right. You know what I mean. Yeah. Anyway, Yeah, man. Shout out to yeah, but I'm Mexican. All right, yeah, all right, man. Whatever, man. All right, it is what it is. Yeah, man. So shout out to D4L. D4L, what's going on, fam? Hey, D4L say, remember Paperboy Diddy? Yeah. That was Rhythm D. I think yeah, Rhythm D produced that, Diddy. Rhythm D was over there with he was over there with he was with, matter of fact, yeah, Rhythm D. He was with Ruthless, but he was with Death Row first. Cause Death Row was nothing but the Ruthless Records. That's all it was. Ruthless Records 2.0. Cause a lot of them dudes was going to be signed. A lot of them dudes were going to be signed over there with Ruthless. Cause Snoop and all them used to be over there, trying to get on over there Ruthless at that time. Then, but anyway, that's a whole nother story. But yeah, so he was over there with them. Then but I remember that song Diddy. Do the Diddy. I remember that song. Cause I remember the producer who made it. That song was hot back then. That song was hot back then. On the West Coast, it was bumping on the West Coast, like for real though. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Yeah, man. So what you say? Hey, what you say? G5, what's going on, fam? Y'all remember that? So anyway, yeah. Back to what I was saying though. So I was like, damn, I ain't think y'all. You know what I mean? Like. Because I know online, again, I know we have a lot of bots online. I do know that. I know that for a fact. There's a lot of bots that be online. And I know bot accounts, because I have bot accounts that'll leave comments on my stuff all the time, and I just click on the account. And as soon as I click on it, I already know it's a bot account. It ain't no content. It ain't nothing there. And it got these strange numbers on it. You just created, it's a bot account. You know what I mean? So I don't purge a lot of bots off of this channel. I don't purge a lot. That's why we don't see them that much no more. We used to get them all the time, but we don't block so many of them. I think we got we got over 1,000. We got over 1,000 accounts blocked on this channel. When I say over 1,000, like literally over 1,000. Not making this shit up. We got over 1,000. Cause then I remember I had unblocked everybody. Unblocked everybody, and then that shit flooded right back over here again. And then one day, I think Green Ass P and the other moderators and myself, we just went to, a whole bunch of them was coming over here, just leaving, deleting all kind of crazy comments and shit. We had them end up blocking all of them. I think Green Ass P had them blocked like 21 or 22. so 25, somewhere up in there. So let me show y'all how bots work. So when you create a bot, depending on what kind of software you're using or whatever the case may be, you have to program it. You have to program the bot. So when you program the bot, you know what I mean? Basically, it's kind of like programming. Look at programming as like a brain, and the brain learns over a period of time, just based off of its experience, how things work, in observation how things work in life and stuff like that, right? So anyway, so you can program it to do whatever you want it to do. You can say, hey man, I want you to go on 20,000 different accounts and say I don't like rain, or F coach, or this and that, yada yada. You know what I mean? And if somebody reply back to you, then you leave this, you know what I mean? You do, you know what I mean? You just, continue to do what you're doing. That shit real. Promoters use bots when they want to like back in the day, conventional media went like this. Conventional media went like if you wanted to get the word out there about your business or about what you have going on, they didn't have social media. They just had TV and radio. So, and to get the word out there about who you are and promote stuff, you had to do it on TV, radio, newspaper, magazines, right? So from a local standpoint, it's, you get what I'm saying? You want to get on the radio, because everybody listens to the radio at that time. You want to get in the newspaper, right? It's going to be a certain, so many people look at that. Of course, they had yellow pages and stuff like that as well. And then but what I'm saying is you program it. So what promoters will do, they'll get in contact with certain reporters. Listen, I got something I want to tell you. Yeah, what's that? What's that? I'm not going to tell anybody, because reporters are not going to give up their sources. They're not going to do that. And they call it circular reporting, right? So Bob Arum put out a hit piece on which fight I can think of? Floyd Mayweather. Oh no, Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford. I'm gonna say Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather. He can't sell. Because he said that same shit about Floyd. Saying Floyd really couldn't sell. You know what I mean? He's not a big draw like that. He said that. Oh, look at the old video when Floyd was on the top rank. And Floyd ended up buying out his contract and stuff like that. And then, of course, he left and went on the heavenly heights. We know how that happened, right? But you'll start hearing reports. Yeah, man, ESPN said that. Mike Carpenter said that. Or, you know what I mean? Then Max Kellerman will repeat it. And then, like people who you see that's in the mainstream of boxing, they'll start repeating it. But it all came from the promoter. And then the fighter, man, goddamn, man, don't nobody like me, man. How come, man? Why they talking about I ain't selling and this and that? And man, don't worry about it, Floyd. But he the one. They do that to try to devalue you in the eyes of the public, so they can get your services for the low, or justify the fuckery or whatever they want to try, right? So that's how like the little bots work. The little bots, they're programming and. They try to disrupt things like, that's how it works. And they'll try to tear you down and stuff like that. Now, you really don't need to do that. I'm going to tell you why you don't need to do that. Because the truth is strong enough to stand on its own merits. Either motherfuckers a draw or he's not. That simple. And there's a whole, and there's a whole lot of motherfuckers. And whether you're a draw or not has nothing to do with race or nationality. Are people buying your shit? Yes or no? Because I'm telling you where I'm going at with that before we get to Canelo. We just saw David Benavidez fight Zurdo Ramirez. That shit went quadruple wood. Zurdo nor Benavidez is a draw. They had a bunch of empty seats out there. They had the top part of the place curtained off. He ain't no draw. And we don't even want to hear about that. We don't want to hear them about. I wanted them live gate numbers. What did it do at the live gate? Did it do 4, 5, 6 million? What did it do at the live gate? We're not going to hear those numbers. And we're not going to hear those pay-per-view numbers. I'm pretty sure we ain't going to hear that. Do you get what I'm saying? So, yeah, so it's 2 Mexican fighters fighting on Cinco De Mayo weekend. And guess what? Not a draw. True. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Do you get what I'm saying? Let's talk about that. Oh, they don't want to talk about. They don't want to talk about that. I'm gonna do a whole show. I'm gonna do a whole show on that. Promise you that. Because they always talk about certain fighters that ain't no draw. Black fighters or whatever ain't no draw. No, let's talk about some of these Mexican fighters that ain't no goddamn draw. We just saw 2 fight the Cinco de Mayo weekend, and it's 3 things we ain't gonna find out nothing about. We ain't gonna find out about how many pay-per-views that shit sold. They ain't gonna talk about them live gate numbers. That's 2. They ain't gonna talk about that. I said 3. It was one more. It was one more they not gonna talk about. Cause I'm finna blow all that shit up. Now, back to Canelo. Canelo got booed this past weekend. He got booed. Oh, quote. And guess what? We ain't heard nothing about Ryan Garcia, Mario Barrios pay-per-view. You notice how quiet that is? We ain't heard nothing about that live gate. None of that. 2 Mexicans. So we don't have 2, we don't seen 4 fights. We don't seen 2 fights between 2 Mexican fighters, and guess what? They flopped. You ain't gonna hear one media outlet talking about, yeah, man, Ryan Garcia can't sell. David Benavidez and Zurdo can't sell. You ain't gonna hear that. They gonna guess what? They gonna talk about my black ass can't sell. But they ain't selling the goddamn thing. Quiet as a church mouse. True. Quiet as a church mouse. You can hear a catfish piss on the water. You can hear a catfish piss on the water. They want to keep that same narrative. But the truth is, the narrative is, these motherfuckers ain't selling, bro. It ain't but they're trying to throw it all on one group. But shit, you know what I mean? Cinco de Mayo weekend, man, what it did. Hey fam, you gotta stop doing all this trolling, fam. Hey, Dr. Boxing. Hey, you gotta stop doing all this trolling, bro. It's cool. You can do it. You can do it on well, you're doing it on Twitter, so can't nobody see your comments unless I pull it up. So again, I don't know how old you are. I don't know how old you are, but you know. I figured you probably young. You can't be no older cat doing that. But shout out to Big Mason. Big Mason, what's going on, fam? Hey, what did say Tony Montana? He said that shit did not sell. So, anyways, where am I going at with this? Where am I going at with this? Canelo Alvarez got booed. Why did fans boo Canelo at the Benavidez versus Zurdo Ramirez fight? After the aftermath of Ramirez versus Benavidez, fans booed Saul Canelo Alvarez when David mentioned his name. Some fans say that they are tired of trying to defend Canelo for ducking. I have heard some Canelo fans say that. Say, man, I've been trying to defend the man, but goddamn, you know what I mean? Now, I look at this 2 ways. I do look at this 2 ways. I'm going to tell you why I'm going at with this. Others are still mad because Canelo lost to Terence Crawford. And I think it's a combination of both of those. You lost to a nigga from Omaha, Nebraska on Mexican Independence Day holiday. And this guy's a welterweight. Literally. He came up for 135. He fought at 135, became a champion. Went to 140, became undisputed champion. Went to 147, sat there at 147 5 years, became an undisputed champion. Went to 154, had 1 fight, and then jumped right up to where you was at. 2 weight divisions. 3 weight divisions in 2 years. 2 weight divisions in a year. Skip a whole nother division. Go straight to you. And of course, everybody said that this guy didn't have a chance. He's small, he chinny, he ain't got a resume, this and that. And then when that guy who was small, chinny, ain't got no resume, this and that, whoop the guy that was favored his ass. So they still mad at Canelo about that. Because they drunk the Kool-Aid. They believed all the shit that the bots was saying online. And not only that, but all the stuff that the mainstream media was pushing online. Do you get what I'm saying? While they ignore their fighters' failures and inadequacies. Doggone when it come to, you know, being a draw and selling and this and that. They don't want to talk about that. They want to just try to keep it on. No, it's you. No, puto. Let's look at Hector right there. What Hector doing? Oh, you don't want to talk about Hector. Oh, okay.
True.
Oh, okay. Others are still mad because Canelo lost to Crawford. Although the Cinco De Mayo fight wasn't a success from a live gate and pay-per-view standpoint. Let's see Oscar De La Hoya do a clapback Thursday and talk about them doggone numbers. I want you to do this here. This is Clapback Thursdays, where we only talk nothing but the facts. Well, let's talk about Zurdo Ramirez and David Benavidez pay-per-view numbers.
Bruh.
Oh my gosh, I mean, even though they're Mexican,
Bruh.
well, you know, one guy's Mexican-American, the other guy's Mexican.
Bruh.
Neither one of them are a draw.
Bruh.
I mean, Zurdo Ramirez, you know, everybody knew Zurdo wasn't good enough.
Bruh.
He's been on my label, Golden Boy Promotions, and we've been cherry-picking and patting his resume for years.
Bruh.
So we knew that the monster that's not from Mexico, David Benavidez, he was going to beat Zurdo Ramirez.
Bruh.
But I had no idea he was going to put him like that.
Bruh.
So now that this show that we put together with me and Al Heyman was a flop,
Bruh.
the pay-per-view numbers went to quadruple plastic.
Bruh.
You know, the top part of the arena was curtained off,
Bruh.
and the seats were still empty, not filled in the arena.
Bruh.
And David Benavidez got the fans to boo Canelo Alvarez.
Bruh.
Without Canelo fighting on this sacred holiday, it just ain't gonna do no numbers.
Bruh.
No, so say that this Clapback Thursday.
True.
Yeah, say that this Clapback Thursdays. Let's talk about them numbers. Let's do that. Let's talk about them numbers. You see what I'm saying? Cause I'm finna blow all this shit up. You get what I'm saying? So, David Benavidez is slowly winning over Mexican boxing fans. He's slowly winning them over. Like me, I like David Benavidez. I mean, I'm not no, you know, I ain't fanned out over the motherfucker. You know what I mean? But you know, he all right fighter. He all right fighter. He pretty good. You know what I mean? Now, I don't know. You know, I don't know if David Benavidez will ever be the face of Mexican boxing. I don't know about that. I don't know about that because a lot of Canelo fans is not jumping on David Benavidez's bandwagon, or they're not saying, "Okay, we're going to support him." Like Canelo fans are very, very stubborn. Canelo fans only like Canelo. Now they do like other fighters who Mexican and you know they have their pride and stuff like that. They do that, but for the most part, they're loyal to Canelo, and they don't want to side or like anybody who they deem is the ops when it comes to their favorite fighter.
True.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Coach Eddie. Coach Eddie say they 38. He said they 38 hot. He said they 38 hot, Coach Eddie. I just like to take their words and throw it right back at them, Coach Eddie. That's all I like to do. I like to take their words and throw it right back at them because it's cool when they do it, but it's a problem when we do it. No. Let us push the narrative. You just don't worry about us. Let us just put the narrative, and we'll just use that against you. You know, when it's convenient for you, when it's convenient for us. I'm like, no. That's why I'm glad we ran a lot on from over here. We ran all the clowns off. Eventually, all of them gone. Between the bots and the clowns, they gone. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, it took us a while. It took us about 4 years. No. Took us about 4.5 years. It took us about 4.5 years. 4.5 years. You get what I'm saying? Now it's kind of like, you know, I think we did it. We did it. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. Anyways, As I said before, I don't know if David Benavidez will ever become the face of Mexican boxing, given that he's American. But he proved a point by getting Mexican boxing fans to turn against Canelo on Cinco De Mayo at the fight. Because they were booing him when his name was mentioned. Why do you think fans, these are Mexican fans, wasn't nobody black in there, these were Mexican fans. Wasn't nobody black in there, probably wasn't nobody white in there. It was more, 99% was Mexican fans. Why was they booing him? Why did they boo him when doggone David Benavidez brought his name up? True. I never thought in a million years I would ever see that. In a million years. Do you get what I'm saying? Never thought in a million years I would see that. So, you know, I mean, it is what it is. And then Jaime Munguia. Boy, let me tell you something. Do anybody know if it was any drug testing for this fight card this past weekend? Anybody? Let's talk about drugs. Anybody know if there was doggone any drug testing this past weekend? I ain't never seen Jaime Munguia had so much energy for 12 rounds. And I ain't never seen him fight like that ever. But his stamina was through the roof. Him and Eddie Reynoso. True. I want to dedicate this show to the hood.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all. I did this for the hood. Y'all know I beat that boy.
Hey, look here, man. Listen, what are the chances that Adrian Broner will get saved by a jitterbug from Tampa, Florida? Save him. Scoop him up. Put him on the streaming. Create an account for him, set him up so he can make him some bread. Streaming. A young jitterbug from Tampa who was born in 2000. From Tampa, Florida. Tampa niggas had to come save this boy, man. True. Gotta come save him, but he's still drinking. I had somebody tell me, so what Adrian Broner, not somebody tell me. It was somebody in the chat. Not somebody in the chat, somebody left a comment. Yeah, so yeah, it was the comment, it was in the chat. Yeah, so who cares if he had a drink? So what? You know, he would talk about Mike Tyson and this and that. I say, how you deflecting talking about Mike Tyson? We talking about right now, 2026. You see what I'm saying? That ain't no fan of AB. That's a motherfucker who condone the bullshit. They like watching the crash out because social media is all about the crash out. People like to see other people crash out for their own personal entertainment and joy. So that's what this is. So online, you got a bunch of the people who come from the influencer boxing world and the streaming world. That's pretty much what's controlling the online bullshit. Now they are not the creators of social media. My generation is the creators of this shit, and the ones who came before me. But most of this generation is some of the ones who came before me, right? Because we was coders and stuff. But anyway, you know, so like, yeah, man, let him live his life. I said, okay, cool. I mean, ain't nobody tripping. No one in my chat is upset that he drinking. He could drink till his liver fall out. For all I goddamn care. Drink till he have cirrhosis of the liver. You enjoyed his life. But these are the type of niggas that motherfuckers that be online with their bullshit. I said, boy, some real fuck niggas online, boy. Between these bots and these old cunt coochie ass niggas, man. I'm like, man, that's why I be so disrespectful towards them. I have to be. I don't know how to do anything else. I gotta be disrespectful towards these people. I have to. They too cunt coochie and dick in the booty. They too cunt coochie and dick in the booty. I have to. You know, I mean, I can't. You know, I'm the type of guy I can't let them slide. When they get out of line, hack them, gotta check them. You see what I'm saying? And if it means losing a few along the way, then that's fine, because it's one thing I learned in life. I learned this. When you're going on a journey, and a journey is somewhere you're going to go a distance. That's what make it a journey, because you're going a certain distance. You're going to have people who start out with you, but as the journey starts to labor, some of the people who start out with you, they may start falling off, right? And then by the time you get to the destination, 99% of the people who started out with you ain't going to be there. Then when you get to the other side, then you're going to build a whole new tribe and other people, something like that, right? So I understand that. It's like I tell y'all about the space shuttle. The space shuttle and the rocket. You know, when you're trying to, you know, you're on a long journey and you're trying to accomplish something and all that stuff there, you know, you're going to have people like, I call detractors. Some people say haters, this and that and all that stuff. That's fine. I mean, I really don't care. I ain't got no haters, really. I mean, I have, well, I ain't try to do. I got a lot of haters, but I really don't focus on them. I don't even look at them as haters. They're more like fans of anything. You know what I mean? But anyways, but I say all that to say this. You know, when you're a space shuttle and you flying in space, you know, you're not strong enough or powerful enough to get off the escape the gravitational pull from the earth. So in order for you to get off into space shuttle, what you're going to have to do is attach to a rocket. That rocket has a booster. And there's so much jet fuel and so much testing and all this stuff that go down before the launch of the space shuttle. It's very violent when the space shuttle is launching off into space. Everybody on that crew is shaking. The turbulence is very, very strong. Because this is a heavy plane, which is a space shuttle, but the rocket is probably 3, 4, 5 times bigger than the shuttle. And it's heavy as hell. So the amount of rocket power that has to take off in order to launch this thing into space, and when the space shuttle is launching off with the rocket attached to it, it's shaking, it's violent, it's going up. Why? Because the gravitational pull of your haters or your detractors, they're strong. They're doing everything in their power to keep you there with them or to pull your ass down. But then you start to separate. And the further you get away from the earth, the more easy it is. So because now it's not as violent, you're not shaking as much. Then when you get so far up there, and then guess what? You start to enter off into the upper layer of the Earth's atmosphere. Then you got to break through the atmosphere. Then once you get off into space, it's smooth sailing. But but before you get up into space, once you get high enough, guess what? The space shuttle is strong enough to carry itself out. So what happens? You got to drop the dead weight. What's the dead weight? The space shuttle. True. Once the space shuttle, the rocket, my bad. Not the space shuttle, the rocket. So once the space shuttle gets so high, it separates from the rocket. The rocket falls right back down to the ground. Gravity ends up pulling it down. And the space shuttle is gone. So that's what it is. So I say all that to say this, because somebody might need to hear this. You know, don't be frustrated because you lose some people along the way. I'm not talking about if they pass away. But if they pass away, that's still a loss, right? But don't mind if you lose. See, I come from Generation X. I don't give a fuck. So my generation, I'm just saying me. I'm not saying everybody from my generation, but my mentality is I don't give a damn. I really don't give a damn. I'm independent. I'm not I'm not gonna be the nigga crying, whining, complaining. That ain't me. I'm not gonna be doing all that. I know how to make adjustments. So I say all that to say that, man, you lose some motherfuckers along the way, man. Shit, fuck it. Don't worry about it, fam. Shit. Get some new friends. Shout out to Mr. Classic.
Hey, okay.
He said, you know what, something interesting? Contrast, he said, compare the numbers of people who attend the New Age Nakatani numbers that went to Zurdo and Benavidez. Yeah, I mean, there's no comparison. There's no comparison, Mr. Classic Metal. There's no comparison. I mean, a New Way, well, anytime he fight in that dome, he sell it out. Tokyo Dome, he sell it out every time he fight in there. So that's what I was saying, fam. Like, so this why, see, words is everything. See, these people are trying to create a narrative about certain fighters. And then whether good or bad, they'll try to create a narrative like one guy is such this massive draw when he's not. And they'll make it seem like this other guy is such a massive, it's not a draw when he is. Not saying that he's a draw too. And there's levels to being a draw. If you can do 10, if you can do 11, 12, 13,000 tickets, 14,000 tickets at a good number, I'm talking about selling, I ain't talking about no $10 tickets neither. I'm talking about, some good tickets. And every time you fight, you can draw that, you a draw on that level. That's a draw. Because there's some motherfuckers fighting at the Hulu Theater. They can't sell that out. So if this dude is doing that, how you gonna say he ain't no draw? But the motherfucker who you talking about, he doing the same numbers or less, and you saying he a draw. No. What you're saying is you're confusing popularity because he's popular with your group versus the guy who's not popular. That's what you're doing. You're confusing popularity for being a draw. And because you got relationships, you got bot accounts that you control, and you got relationships with certain media outlets, you can, you know what I mean? Because these fighters are not savvy enough like that. These boxers in America, but especially boxers in general, they're not savvy enough to understand how this shit go. They see what's going on, but they don't know how to combat it. This is why you see Bill Haney always on every channel. He's trying to fight these narratives or fight whatever he think is a narrative. Do you get what I'm saying? So, and that's what it is. Because, if you let these people control the narrative, man, I mean, that's going to be the perception. True. You know what I mean? It is what it is, though. Listen, one thing about me, I know what's going on because I'm in this shit.
Hey. Yeah. Ooh, that look good.
Shout out to doggone Silence, Punk. Salute to you, fam. Anyway, so you got Mexican boxing fans booing Canelo, the sacred cow. He getting booed. And David Benavidez, even though the fans or the Mexican fans are booing Canelo, we saw that. Can't argue with that. Think they booed him earlier in the fight. Then they booed him a few times. Can't refute that. And when nobody in there look like me. So, never thought I'd see that. But two things could be right at the same time. David Benavidez and Zurdo Ramirez, I would love for Oscar De La Hoya clap back Thursday. Please clap back on those numbers. Please, Oscar, clap back on those numbers. Live gate, attendance, pay-per-view numbers. All the other shit, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Cause we want to see, because I hear what Oscar be talking about. Oscar be talking bullshit too. What was this? He say popularity that matters is the popularity that turns a profit. Yep, and then you know, so it is what it is. Yeah, man. Rico from Naptown. Rico, what's going on? He said, wish I can chat, but I'm driving. No, don't chat and drive. Don't chat and drive. It ain't that important, fam. It ain't that important. It ain't worth it. He said they were Benavidez fans. I don't blame them. Canelo ducking. Hey, man. Hey, look here, man. Hey, look here. Hey, check this out. Hey, Jamie, look, we know who ain't ducking no smoke. Hippity want all the smoke. Oh, pussy ass nigga, what's going on, boy? I'm telling you, boy, I'm knock your fuck ass out, boy. Blow for blow, pound for pound, nigga. I got the title, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, finna knock one of you what kind of niggas out. Nigga, I got these hands, nigga. I'm throwing them paws at that nigga, finna knock your ass down again, nigga. Get your ass back up, nigga. Don't run, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, I want all the smoke. Nigga, I'm throwing them paws, nigga. I'm putting them hands on you, nigga. I told you what I'm gonna do to you, nigga. Catch you with the check left hook. Nigga, check left hook, nigga. I told you, boy, pound for pound, nigga. I'm the best. This more action than any Devin Haney fight. Put these paws on you, nigga. I told you, I got you backing up, nigga. I got you backing up. Nigga, watch that check left hook, knock your ass down again, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, it is what it is, nigga. I'm gonna make it do what it do. I'm telling you, boy, we ain't even playing over here, boy. Shout out to Pancho Billy. He said, y'all don't understand the mentality of a Mexican and Mexican-American boxing fans. He said the media tries to lump us together, but we're two completely different ethnic groups. Guess what? I know that for a fact. I know what you're saying, Pancho Billy, for a fact. I used to say that all the time over here. But then I got tired of, me personally, I just got tired of just fighting it. Because online, everybody that's a Mexican descent in America, they pick and choose. Like, you know, I'm Mexican. They never say they're American. But you're 100% correct about that. You know, because you can't lump someone who's from Mexico with someone who is from America, of Mexican descent. Nationality, you know what I mean? So you from Mexico, your nationality is you Mexican. But a dude grew up in Phoenix, Arizona, he can't relate to the Mexican. Two different cultures. You come from that descent, but y'all don't think of like two different mentalities. But like you say, they try to lump everybody together. And I think they do that for marketing purposes. Same thing they do with black people in America. Oh, he black. That don't mean he black American. You got all these motherfuckers, you know, they hanging up their Jamaican flags, their Haitian flag, this and that. Yeah, we're the same skin color, but we are not the same people. Your culture is totally different from mine. Your belief system is totally different from mine. We see things from totally two different perspectives. Yeah, so you can't, I agree with that. I agree with that. You can't do that. I totally agree with that. But every time a motherfucker call here from Mexico, that's a Mexican descent or whatever the case may be, I'm Mexican. Nigga born in Dallas, a nigga born in Houston, motherfucker born in Florida. You know what I mean? Well, my mom grew up over there, my dad, this and that. Yeah, but you ain't your mom or your dad, and you ain't your abuela and your abuelo. Or your tío. You came up in this American culture. You get what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I agree with that. Hey, but you know what though? I think this is what Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. was talking about. He was saying that, you know, they were asking him, you know, with David Benavidez, you know, Cinco de Mayo, and will he be the new face of Mexican boxing now? And because he don't took Canelo date and this and that, if he beat Zurdo and Camacho, Chavez was telling him, Chavez was like, look, man, he laughed at it and stuff like that. He said, yeah, man, he good and this and that. He said, but the fact of the matter is, the man is American. David Benavidez is not Mexican. His nationality is not Mexican. His nationality is American. He's from Phoenix. So who this Julio Cesar Chavez? Basically what he's saying here, look, man, we can't have no non-Mexican taking over the Mexican, being the Mexican monster. You ain't Mexican. Now, I don't know. He did what Julio Cesar Chavez was saying. Now, this is what he said to Ojo side. He said, look, he said the fans from Mexico, the country of Mexico, they're not going to get behind him like that. They didn't get behind Oscar De La Hoya like that. Bro, I remember when Oscar De La Hoya was the golden boy. He came out of the Olympics in 1992, He was that guy. He was the Mexican version of Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray came out the Olympics, gold medals. He was popular, this and that, on commercials and all that stuff there. Everybody loved him. He was the darling. He was the darling of that era. He had a nice smile, articulate, you know what I mean? Not bad on the eyes to the women. You get what I'm saying? They love Sugar Ray. Teeth was straight, all that there, right? So Oscar De La Hoya came along years later, and he was the golden boy. Julio Cesar Chavez was at the end of his career. And, bro, I'm going to tell you something. So I was around. So I know I was around. Bro, they didn't like Oscar De La Hoya, and they damn sure didn't like him when he beat Chavez.
True.
When he beat Chavez, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. Listen. When De La Hoya beat Chavez, bro, they had so much vitriol for Chavez. I know, I was there. I ain't gotta Google that. I ain't gotta ask ChatGPT that. I was there. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, for real though. I mean, that's just the reality of the situation. Yeah, they didn't like De La Hoya at all. They said he wasn't Mexican. They said he was a gringo. Remember it like it was yesterday. They said, they didn't look at Oscar De La Hoya as Mexican. He talked white. He talked like a white boy. Hell, you know what? Shit, you know what I mean? Like they didn't look at him as that. I mean, he's a white Mexican, but I'm just saying, like he had that, you know, from East LA, going the boy real polished. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. They didn't like goddamn Oscar. You know, cause you know he didn't even look like the typical Mexican fighter. You know, normally Mexican fighter, they come from impoverished conditions. It's rough, rugged. You know what I mean? Coming out of Mexico, coming out of the fields of Mexico, and all that stuff there. You know, through all the drug cartels and all this. They came up rough. You know what I mean? And Oscar, you know what I mean? He's from East LA. They weren't finna get behind that. Shit. Man, shit. I remember that shit, bro. Like I say, I ain't got to Google that. I ain't got to chat GPT that. I was there. I remember. It took Oscar a long time to get some of those Mexican boxing fans from Mexico to start liking him. Bro, that's why, but see, you know what made people, you know what made them start liking Oscar? I'm finna tell you what made them start liking Oscar. What made the Mexican boxing fans start liking Oscar was he didn't duck no smoke. When he fought Trinidad was in his prime, Oscar was in their prime. They fought each other. That fight right there, a lot of those fans, he got a lot of their respect. And then Oscar De La Hoya didn't duck no smoke. He fought Ike Cortez. He fought Pernell Whitaker. He fought Trinidad. All that before Floyd Mayweather. He fought Sugar Shane Mosley, Vargas. You name him, he fought him. So they started liking Oscar because, you know, them old school Mexican boxing fans, they're like, yeah, man, Oscar ain't ducking no smoke. They don't like no cowards. They don't like no motherfucker who seem like a coward. You get what I'm saying? I'm saying that era. Now I don't know. That shit don't got watered down over time. The coffee ain't as strong as it used to be. You get what I'm saying? Now 2026, all the coaches don't got watered down for the most part over here in the West. Don't got watered down. It ain't strong as it used to be. The further you get away from the root, the weaker it gets. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, the further you get away from the root, the weaker it gets. Yeah. Yeah, man, you get what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, it is what it is. Is David Benavidez? I'm like, but bro, let me tell you something. I remember, I'm like, Canelo became undisputed. He went on a run. He came to 168. He went on a run. He fought Rocky Fielding, I think. He fought Billy Joe Saunders, Dallas Stadium, 73,000 come out. 73,000. I think that's the record in America right now. 73,000 at a football stadium. Fought Billy Joe. Some people call him Billy Ho. Broke his orbital bone. Orbital? Yeah, orbital bone. Yeah. And he went on the run. Canelo looked invincible at that time. Then he fought Caleb Plant. Was that on Mexican Independence Day? I don't think that was Cinco. Was that Cinco de Mayo? When did he fight Caleb Plant? I want to say that was Mexican Independence Day. I want to say that was Mexican Independence. That's what I want to say. When that was he fought, when that was Canelo fought, let me see. Canelo versus Plant. Let's hit that right there. Oh, no, that was November. That was November, my bad. That was November. Damn, I thought that was September. What? Okay. That was November. November the 6th. He became undisputed. They put the crown on his head. That was the highlight of his career, right there. Became undisputed, put the crown on his head. He was on top of the mountain. The head hog head cheese in charge. The top hog head cheese in charge. The big pork chop on the plate. Surrounded by frijoles. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, the big pork chop on the plate. He was the big pork chop. That was in 2021. 2026, fast forward, he getting booed. He getting booed in a, some would say, I think Jamie said that with them with David Benavidez fan. Jamie said, yeah, man. So that was Zurdo and David Benavidez fans. Well, wasn't that many of them because the top part was curtain off. The top part was curtain off, so you get what I'm saying? So, you know, wasn't that many of them there. It wasn't that many of them. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I mean, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. So the few that was there, man, shout out to Coach Eddie. He said Oscar versus Ike Cortez. Yeah, Ike Cortez. Yeah, Oscar, let me tell you something, man. You say what you want to say about Oscar De La Hoya. Now, Oscar De La Hoya as a promoter, he trash. Especially right now. You don't got finesse at all your fighters. You know, he talking about getting high again after this past weekend. Now, this fight card this past weekend was fire. Can't even lie, dog. Bro, listen. That fight card this weekend was fire. I don't care who the promoter is or whatever. That fight card this weekend was fire, bro. That shit was good. That fight card this weekend was good, bro. My fight of the night was Chavez versus what the dude name that started with Chavez versus Sanchez. Yeah. That fight right there, that's it right there. They was throwing the bantamweight fight. It was super bantamweight. They were chunking them. I'm talking about they were chunking them hands from the first second of the first round to the last second of the 12th round and everything in between. True. No, did that fight go 12 rounds or did it go 10 rounds? It might have went 10. I think it went 10. Did that fight go? No, you know what? That wasn't a title fight. That fight must have went 10. I'm talking about that was a Golden Boy. That was a Golden Boy and PBC joint promotions. So Golden Boy and the PBC need to do more joint promotion fights. If they can come together and put a fight card like that on a consistent basis, yeah. That fight card was fire, bro. Now, it shouldn't be pay-per-view. They don't do themselves no justice by putting it behind a paywall, because guess what? It's going to go quadruple spoon. It's going to go quadruple plastic spoon. Nobody's going to buy that. You can't put it behind a paywall. These fighters ain't popping like that. Benavidez and Zurdo ain't no pay-per-view fighters. They ain't no pay-per-view fighters. They Regular TV fighters, you know what I mean? Regular cable fighters. That's what they are. They're good fighters. They're good, but they don't. Them niggas, they ain't no pay-per-view fighters. Hey, listen, hey, Lonnie, check this out. Hey, Lonnie, you know why they put you on pay-per-view, right? Look here, baby boy, check this out, baby boy. Baby boy, let me holler at you for a minute, baby boy. Baby boy, check this out. How much money you say you want? Yeah, man, I'm just saying, man, I'm a Mexican. I'm the face of Mexican boxing, man. You know, I'm gonna take over Canelo's spot. Ain't no fighting on Cinco De Mayo. Yeah. I hear what you're saying. But you know, you ain't no draw like Canelo, so you know you can't. You know what I mean? I know you want that big money, 20, 25, $30 million. I know you want that, but you got to be a 20, 25, $30 million draw at the box office. And we got to curtain off the top half of the arena. And all the seats out there still ain't sold out. And we had to give tickets away and stuff. You can't expect me to pay you $20 million. True. Cookie, man, stop all that barking. You can't expect me to pay you $20 million. You better be a $20 million draw. That's for any nigga. I don't care who it is. Guess what? Let me tell you something. I'm a businessman. And I don't do business based on nationality. I do business based on the numbers. What's gonna make the numbers look good? If I invest $1 and it bring back $3, that's a good investment. It's very simple for me. Hell, if I invest $1 to bring back $2, that's a good investment. I doubled it. I didn't lose. Probably didn't make the profit I wanted to make. You know what I mean? But I get made enough to get my beak wet. You know what I mean? I doubled it. You know what I mean? If I triple it now, I wanted to triple and quadruple it. If I can quadruple it now. But you trying to eat into my profits, baby boy, because you say you want, how much you say you want 10? Goddamn, baby boy, you trying to eat into my profits. You see, we struggling to sell tickets, baby boy, so you know you ain't no draw. Not like that, Dell. You get what I'm saying? So, all right, cool, so shit. I tell you what, baby boy, you want them 20? I tell you what, I give you 20. All right, I tell you what, so I'm going to give you $2 million, guarantee. I'm going to do that because it's you. Take the $2 million, guarantee. You're going to get the other $18 million on the back end. True. Hey. You're going to get the other 18 on the back end. Hey, man, hey, man, look here, man. Hey, look here. You're going to get the other 18 on the back end. Yeah. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Hey, Isaac, yeah, this how we gonna do it, baby boy. Check this out, fam. This is what we gonna do, baby boy. Now, listen. I know you want 10. You want 10? I know you want 10. I got $10. You'll fight 10. Oh, no, I'm just bullshit with you. I tell you what, this is what we're gonna do, baby boy. I'm gonna give you a down payment on that 10. Take this $1.5 million. I'm gonna give you $1.5 million, $1.5 million. The other $8.5 million, you gonna get that. So what it's gonna do, right? We gonna put it on pay-per-view because you're a pay-per-view star. It's gonna sell. So what we gonna do now is after we recoup our money, because we gotta recoup now, we gotta get us off top. I gotta get me. The fighter don't get paid before the promoter. Nowhere in business that the fighter get paid before the promoter. That never happens. The promoter get the check and see the money before anybody. Him and the accountants and stuff like that. Once we recoup our money, baby boy. Once we recoup our money, the phone lines ain't open yet. When I drop the phone lines, y'all call the show. Once we recoup our money, baby boy, what we gonna do? Then anything after what we recoup with a profit, everything left over, baby boy, extra, you can have that. That's all you. We don't want none of that. That's all you. Now we got to sell at least now. We got to sell at least 200. But you the face of Mexican boss right now, so you a draw, so you gonna be able to do that. Don't worry about that baby boy. Don't even worry about it. I got you know what I'm saying? You and Zurdo together? Shit.
True.
Shit, Benavidez and Zurdo together couldn't draw flies to shit. He said, shout out to he said, why coach want to acknowledge Debo as the American face of boxing. Oh, hey, look here. Hey, Ramon. Listen, it's very simple with me. In order for you to be the face of something, you gotta show me the face numbers. That's it. Hey, that's it, Ramon. The numbers determine whether you the face or not. What's the live gate numbers doing? Shout out to Rick. Rick, what's going on? What's the live gate numbers doing? And since they still using the pay-per-view model, what your pay-per-view numbers doing? See that you know what I mean? Okay, can you pay like your weight? See, that would determine the face. Is you selling out stadiums? hey, Ramon, check this out. See that be the problem too, right? A motherfucker working at McDonald's, tell me something, I'm want to quit because the minimum wage too low. Y'all ain't paying me number $10 an hour, $15 an hour. That's it. I need to be making at least $25, $30 an hour. Okay. I ain't got no problem paying you $30 an hour right now. Can you please show me what $30 an hour skill set do you have? Have you learned any more skills? What you mean? I'm saying, do you know how business works? Businesses just don't give money away just to give money away and give you a raise, just give you a raise. Like, it gotta make sense. What you do, what we hired you for, is a $15 an hour skill set. I can get rid of you right now, get somebody across the street, put them in your same uniform, train them, let AI train them, let them watch a couple of training videos. And they can do the same thing you're doing for the same amount of money. That's it. You just pushing buttons, going back to the grill, talking to the cook, let her, hey man, yeah man, you see the order come through the window? That's it. That's all you doing. You're gonna put ketchup in the bag, mustard, napkin, plastic spoon, fork. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna upsell them. Is there anything else you want with that? Would you like to supersize it? And that's it.
True.
No, man, it don't work like that. That's how that shit work, man. What you drawing? Hey, man, shout out to Flex. Flex, what's going on, fam? What you drawing, fam? Hey, he said, Rick, that's all I'm saying. All I'm saying, Rick, is this. I'm trying to blow this narrative up because they saying certain fighters, not a draw, they can't sell. While ignoring the fact that those same people who putting that narrative out there, their fighters can't sell.
True.
They want to just keep it on, they just want to keep it on one side of the fence. Because they want to, you know what I mean? Because they want to devalue certain fighters, and then they want to make it seem like that they doing superstar shit. And then when you look, okay, what Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios did, you can hear catfish piss on the water. It's silence. You can't hear nothing. And Ryan Garcia is popular in the streaming world, on social media. He popular over there. But guess what? We don't know them numbers. And they ain't gonna get them numbers up. You wanna know why? It went quadruple spoon. To this day. Quadruple plastic spoon. You dig? Shout out to the tenderonis, the tenderonis, the PYTs, the honey dips, and the snow bunnies.
See her eyes shine, she's my snow bunny, please. In the winter lights, too, she's my sweet Dr. Free. Talk to my nose, this lover's got is so raw. Make you move, stepping out of control.
shout out to Miss Steph Jackson. Miss Steph, you came in right on time. Your favorite song on the program, Snow Bunny Love. Let's give Miss Steph Jackson and the Snow Bunny Love Committee, the people who love this song, a round of applause. Yeah. Even if you're not into snow bunnies yourself, you have to appreciate a good record. You got to appreciate a good song. That's all I'm saying. You got to appreciate a good song. You ain't got to necessarily, you get what I'm saying? Pretty sure quite a few Klan members didn't like Michael Jackson, but they was bumping this song. Don't like this nigga, but goddamn, some about that Billie Jean when it comes on, it just remind me of something. Remind me of Debbie Ann down at the trailer park. It reminded me of her. And hold on, what's going on? Hold on, somebody just sent me a video. What these niggas crying about now, man? I know they ain't crying. What they crying about, fam? What they do crying about? Oh, let me see what's up. Oh, let me see. Oh. Okay, we fighting race. Okay, what we fighting? We fighting racism over here? Let me see what this is. Okay, all right, hold on. All right, here go. Here go Blue. Blue Blood and IKEY TV. My brothers. What they gonna come through? They gonna come through every time. Anyway. Hey man, look here, man. Today's show was sponsored by Foster's Barbershop. If you're in the city of Tampa, download the app Booksy. Foster's Barbershop, that's BOOKSY. Foster's Barbershop is located at 1923 West Main Street, West Tampa, Florida, 33607. Let them know that Coach Malachi sent you, and you will receive a 10% discount. Let's give our sponsor, Foster, a round of applause. True. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And another thing too, man, our other sponsor is IT Bail Bonds. If you are a YN or any type of person who believe in criminal activity, you about that life, you on some real nigga shit, street shit, whatever the case may be, live by, die by, G code. If you on any of those things, guess what? You might want to look into these people right here, because more than likely it's a good chance that you're going to be going to jail sometime soon. Sitting in any kind of jail right now for child support, driving on a suspended license, or a missed court date? Don't even trip. I made one phone call to IT Bail Bonds, and they had me out the same day. No judgment, no games, just real people who move fast. If you or a loved one is locked up in the city of Tampa, call IT Bail Bonds at 813-231-2663. IT Bail Bonds is located at 6201 East Hillsborough Avenue, Tampa, Florida, 33610. IT Bail Bonds. When freedom is on the line, call IT. Yeah, man, when freedom on the line, call a Puerto Rican.
I felt like a Puerto Rican in this hair. I felt Puerto Rican. Y'all know I love me some Puerto Rican. I felt Puerto Rican in this. Rican.
Yeah, man, if you're feeling Puerto Rican, let me know.
Hey, who was you, pimp? Hey, what the fuck?
What the
Get your
fuck?
motherfucker. Hey, this nigga squeezing me. Get this freak
Hey,
ass
player.
nigga up
You
on
ain't
me,
hear my
bro.
nigga say
What
back
the
the fuck up, dude?
If there's anybody that you know that's ducking, actively ducking, and you want to call them a duck, guess what? I got somebody who want to talk to you.
Now, I am the #1 contender. I'm tired of James the Poodle, Grim Reaper, whatever you want to call himself, ducking me. All right, I'm tired of man driving around town in 8 Rolls Royces. He ain't fought nobody. I'm still in a broham.
If you want a broham and the champion is ducking you, you get what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. We finna call Deontay White.
Don't ever forget, when I found you, you was strung out on coke. When I found you, you was like a big house contemplating about killing yourself. So don't you ever forget who brought you to Big Time Boxing. I drugged you back. I brought you back. I provided food and put food on your table for your family to eat. And I'm doing it for the second time. So don't you ever forget that.
Yeah, man, don't you ever forget that. Let's say, don't you ever forget who brought you back to Big Time Boxing. I brought you back. Bro, let me tell you something, boy. I bet, listen, I bet when Wilder is all alone in his room to himself and he thinking he go to contemplating, you know what I mean? He go to think about all the dumb shit he did. One of the things he gonna think about, say, you know what? I ain't gonna never admit this in public, but the worst thing I did was bring Tyson Fury back. He was at home in the UK on coke, 700 pounds, just got suspended for being a drug cheat. He cheated Vladimir Klitschko because he had nandrolone in his system. He said he got it from eating hog's nuts. But they call it boar's meat. They say he ate some hog's nuts, you know what I mean? You know, without cooking them, just snatched them off and just ate them. And then, then he say that way he got it from, and they ended up stripping him. He talking about he gonna retire, holler about mental health. And wasn't that wrong with you? And I brought him back. And that shit backfired on me. True. Hey, Sound T, that shit backfired on him. Backfired. Anyway, let me drop these phone line, man. I want to see what y'all think, man. You got again, Cinco De Mayo. It wasn't me, wasn't nobody look like me over there. Let's see. So Cinco De Mayo weekend, we saw Zurdo Ramirez and David Benavidez. Some say he the Mexican monster. As a matter of fact, this is the man that gave him that name.
We the Charlo twins. We known for calling everybody out.
Please call these people out. Listen, the whole world's looking at you. Call these people out.
What's up? It's the Jamal the Hitman Charlo. Let's get it. Who won it?
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. Them names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Mexican monster.
Hello. Mike Tyson called the man Mexican monster. Hey, bro. I remember when Canelo had went over there to the PBC. He signed that 3-fight deal over there with the PBC. I said, oh shit, nigga, goddamn man, Canelo over there at the PBC, boy, he ain't ducking no smoke. He going straight to the fire. He went. Matter of fact, I'll never forget, because when Canelo became a free agent, and when he left Eddie Hearn, they said Eddie Reynoso. This is the reports. Y'all can Google this. These are the reports at the time. They say Eddie Reynoso and Canelo was flying to Cleveland to meet with Al Heyman. Because, Al, don't nobody know where Al at. So I don't know how Canelo and them found him. But they found him. We know Canelo connected to the cartel, so the cartel know how to find anybody, right? Because the cartel is linked in with a lot of law enforcement and government officials, politicians, and stuff over here in America. So you know how that works. In one hand, watch the other. So he probably had them call El Chapo or whoever was the leader, whoever was the head leader, cartel member over there, where Canelo from, what city he from in Mexico, right? Anyway, so they tried to tell him, you don't worry about it. They got a contact with Al. Al ain't got Al got a flip phone. He got a 1988 beeper. He still got that beeper from 88. I didn't even know that technology was still around to keep that on. He got the 88 beeper. I had one of them. He had the 88 beeper, and then he had you know what I mean? So Canelo and Eddie Reynoso found him. So they went to Cleveland, hollered at Al. Now sources say, and I kind of believe it too, they said Canelo told him, okay, look, I'm the best fighter. He said, look, Nello, man, you the best, you the biggest draw. You the biggest draw I got in my whole stable. Matter of fact, I trade all these niggas in for you. Just one you alone. One of your fights, just one of your fights, can pay for my whole roster over here at the PBC. True. I mean, outside of Tank and Spence, Spence stuff was kind of, it was kind of a little bit of gas on it too, but you know how that is. But listen, outside of Tank, Tank doing real numbers. Outside of Tank, shit, you can have the rest of these niggas. You matter of fact, you take what Tank do and some. You could do what Tank do and the rest of my roster. I tell you what, Canelo, what you want? What you want to sign? Okay, I tell you what, Al. I tell you what, I sign with you right now. I need $30 million. 30 to 35 million. I think he said 35. 35 million in escrow. Guarantee. Before I step one foot in the ring, and I have to have it the week of the fight. I'm telling you, the week of the, listen, no, I got to, when we fight on a Saturday, I needed 7 days. I need all of me. As a matter of fact, I need a deposit, because I heard money funny over here. I need a deposit, and then I need the rest of my cheese This is in the contract. This how I want it. Rest of my cheese the week before the fight, or it ain't no fight. You know, Canelo. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got you. Now, I got 3 fighters. I got 3 fights I can put together. Now, I tell you what, I'll fight anybody you got on your roster, but David Benavidez. True. Because I'm trying to figure out how you go to the PBC, sign, and you and David Benavidez can't get the fight. And I remember, because David Benavidez, remember him and his dad was talking bad about him, scandalizing his name and all that stuff there, right? And then when Canelo came to the PBC, Jose Benavidez went on tour. He went to apologizing. Oh, man, I want to apologize for what we said to Canelo. He's a great fighter. He's a warrior. He's the face of Mexican boxing. You know, all of the Mexican kids around the world should look up to Canelo. He was saying all these nice things. Benavidez went to apologizing. No, man, Canelo's a great fighter, man. He's a warrior, man. And he's not scared of anybody. I don't think he's scared of anybody. He'll fight anybody. You know, his resume speaks for itself. I remember they said all of that. I remember what they said before, then I remember what they said when Canelo's signed to the PBC. And guess what? He still ain't fight him. True. He still ain't fight him. He fought Jamel Charlo and 2 matchroom fighters. No, he fought Jamel Charlo, a Golden Boy fighter, and Jaime Munguia. And he fought the Puerto Rican assassin, Edgar Berlanga. And then he left up out of there. True. Hey, and then Benavidez then went to talking shit about him again. Hey, Benavidez then went to talking shit about him again. I say, man, bro, this don't make no damn sense, man. Bro, this don't make no sense. They motherfucker, this don't make no goddamn sense, bro. So, you know, it is what it is. Anyways. Phone lines open, man. 530-494-9636.
You want to talk some shit? Call me. Start some shit, bitch.
Sup, fool? You gonna talk shit about me, homie? Where you from?
Hundreds of niggas is waiting for your motherfucking call, and they all talking shit about you right now.
Call the coach at 530-494-9636. We waiting on your bitch ass. Man, I fucked up. So, anyways, I don't think, you know, David Benavidez ain't no draw like that. So I don't think he can take over that holiday. Like, you got to be a superstar. You got to really be like, you know, normally the dudes who fought on Mexican independence, well, Cinco De Mayo and Mexican Independence Day, were guys who was mega draws. And it was Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather, Canelo. And they broke. If you look at those 3 guys, they got one thing in common. You know, they was very, very, there was a massive draw. Everywhere they went, like, you know, you was able to charge top dollar. Like, you can be a fighter that could sell 11, 12,000 tickets, which is great. You know what I mean? But if you can't sell them, you know, at the prices that someone like a Floyd can charge, or Oscar De La Hoya, or Canelo, or Sugar Ray Leonard. You get what I'm saying? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Leo H-Town, Coach H-Town.
Leo H-Town, talk to me.
Now, Coach, I want to start off by saying I love the way you started the show today with the right amount of hate in your heart, and it put me in a good mood. You know, there's a lot of people got it misconstrued where they think that all Mexicans back Canelo. You know, Mexicans from Mexico, not a Mexican-American or American-Mexican, whatever you want to call them. Pochos, Chicanos, you know, those guys, those are from over here. You know, I'm first generation American. First language was Spanish.
Hold on, let me stop it right there. You said I started out with a right amount of hate. What hate did I come with?
You know, you stated about, you know, Benavidez not selling. They don't sell either, you know.
Where's that hate at?
You know, you just spreading it evenly. All of these guys ain't stars.
I'm saying, where's that hate at, though?
Well, you know, it's going to be perceived as hate from the Benavidez fans.
Did he sell? Did Zurdo Ramirez and Benavidez sell? What was the top not curtain off?
Not coach.
What was it? Was it still empty seats in there?
Coach. Coach.
Yeah.
Now you're getting misconstrued. You get lost in the sauce.
No, y'all misconstruing. Y'all misconstruing.
No.
Facts for
Facts
hate.
don't matter when it comes. Facts don't matter when it comes to these fan bases, coach. The facts don't matter to the Haney fan base. The facts don't matter to the Benavidez fan base. You know, it don't matter to them.
Well, why Canelo was getting booed? Why they booed? Why Canelo was getting booed? Why the Mexican fans or the Mexican American fans? Because I don't know which one was there. You know what I mean? You know, but why they was booing them?
This is the moment they've been waiting for like 3 years. You know, they finally got the Canelo, the old guy. You know, he lost to Bud. They see he's down. They're like, you know, it's our chance to boo. You know, it is what it is. But no matter how long David is in boxing, the first 8 to 10 years of his career at 168, he failed to unify. He could have captured these names before Canelo captured them. You know, because it was an easy white boy European tour. You remember that, Coach?
I mean, it is what it is. So you talking about Canelo?
Yeah, I remember that narrative. Well, anybody could do it. It was an easy white boy European tour, you know? He beat nothing but easy white boys and Europeans. But, you know, the David Benavidez fan base never did that easy tour that was so easy. Neither did anybody else, you know? But, you know, I digress, Coach. But you guys need to understand that in Mexico, you're viewed as American.
So are you? So you're American, right?
Yeah. I'm born here, first generation.
See, this is the problem. See, this is the problem, Leo. See, what confused a lot of people? Mexican Americans don't claim Mexican American. They say I'm Mexican, or especially online. Online, now I'm not talking about in the streets, but I'm saying online because they all because they look alike, right? So it's kind of like, okay, well, I'm Mexican, and they had a Mexican flag and stuff like that. They don't never have the American flag; they had a Mexican flag. So how am I supposed to know? Or people in the chat supposed to know the difference between the Mexican and the Mexican American when the Mexican American don't have an American flag and they avatars and stuff? They had a Mexican flag. So we can't help but assume that all of them Mexicans.
And it's funny too, Coach, because the guys that want to represent Mexico the hardest can't speak Spanish. You know what I mean? Which is crazy to me. Now, Spanish is my first language, and I dealt with all this working construction when I first started working construction almost 30 years ago. You know, at first they're like, oh man, this guy's American, he's gonna be lazy. And as soon as they found out I was a hard worker and I spoke fluent Spanish, the Mexicans on the job site were like, where are you from? Where's your family from? They what generation American are you? When you hit them with the first generation, most of them give you a pass if you speak fluent Spanish, you know, because you still close enough to the border. You know what I mean? You ain't got all the way American. Now, second, third, and fourth generation Americans, you might as well be a white boy in Mexicans' eyes. You know what I mean?
Pretty much how they treat Oscar De La Hoya. They treat Oscar De La Hoya like that.
Exactly. You remember that? I'm almost 50 years old. We remember those times.
Yeah.
You know, there was not one Mexican happy that he beat. My dad kicked me out the house for the day. You know, he was mad as fuck. He's like, man, I can't believe he lost to this gringo joto, you know.
Yeah.
You know, mad as fuck. Even this weekend, my dad was upset Zurdo lost to David. You know, that's an 80-year-old man. So, you know, he ain't even got that out of the system yet. He still don't view, you know,
well, he's 80.
American Mexican.
But see, this is the thing though. Like you said, your father.
Yeah,
your father. Well, he's 80, so he come from a generation. He come from an era that's before us. So he come from an era of I think he's the baby boomer era, generation. So he come from a deep rooted cultural sense of Mexican pride, Mexican fighters, stuff like that. He come from that. He cut from that era, so he's never going to conform to the new age, guys like Benavidez and stuff like that, he always gonna ride along his nationalistic lines, and I get that. There's nothing wrong with that. I get that.
But Coach, there's a deep it is though. What people don't understand about being the cultural real Mexican. He was mad at Zurdo for not getting up. He mad that David won because he's not Mexican, and he's mad that the Mexican dude didn't get up to die. Because that is the culture. The culture is there is no weakness. You gonna get in there, you gonna die. The first time I came home from working 14 hours, I was 12 years old, Coach. I told him, I got that, man. First time I got blisters on the back of my feet from wearing work boots, My dad was like, hey, you tired? I said, yeah, man, I got blisters on my feet, hands fucked up. I'm a 12-year-old little boy. We're out there digging trenches and shit, building homes with the illegals in the back of a truck.
Mm-hmm.
He said, yeah? He goes, your hands hurt? I go, yeah. Your back? Yeah. Welcome to being a man. There was no, my son, I feel sorry, man. None of that bullshit. And that's how we were raised. We raised the old ways. Now with my younger brother, who's 10 years younger than me, now my dad was a little more Americanized at this time, and he got a different upbringing. So those Mexicans don't view American Mexicans, especially if your family got money. If you ain't got money, you're a fresa.
Mm.
You just one of those. You privileged. And you got the colorism too in Mexico. Of course, you got the light-skinned Mexicans that are more popular. They call the dark-skinned Mexicans negros and indios. That's just the way it is.
What a dark-skinned Mexican live at? Further down south, southern parts.
Excuse me, dog. They're all over the place because it's Native American blood's all over Mexico.
Yeah.
But there's a lot in the states to the coast. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And then there's a lot in Nuevo León, which is my family, where they're from. Is where Monterrey is. There's a lot of light-skinned Mexicans there, so you'll see a lot of blonde hair, green eyes, blue eyes.
Yeah, that's white. That ain't light skin. That ain't light skin. That's white. Those white Mexicans. They got blonde hair, green eyes. Yeah, that ain't light skin, bro.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying they still got native blood in them, but they just don't got the amount of native blood that the others got, because they actually tend to want to only go back to being light skinned people. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, look, we got other calls calling in, man. So, but Leo, man.
All right, Coach.
Go ahead.
But just a little bit of the history. Canelo's not loved like people think he's loved in Mexico. It still is viewed as like 50-50 because they don't think he's had a war yet. They want to see him down, bloody, and get up and see if he gets up. That's what they respect. They respect the war. Now, not even if you can beat everybody you want, but if you weren't ever in a war, they look at you like, yeah, well, you had easy fights. Hey, that's all I got, Coach. Man, I'm out.
All right, salute, fam. Yeah. I mean, I can get that because, see, this is the thing too, right? You know what people remember? People again, this is the different culture of boxing fans that's in boxing. This is what I'm trying to explain to y'all. You have the influencer boxing fans who are very, very casual. They have entered mainstream boxing. Let me get these super chats. They have entered mainstream boxing. So this is why it's so watered down right now. Look at the caliber of fighters that's being produced right now in America. I don't never talk about other countries. I'm talking about American boxing, because American boxing online, even with the YouTube channels and stuff like that, they feel like if you ain't American, or because we not worried about what's going in the UK or Japan, it's about what's popping in America. Well, the fact of the matter is none of your fighters in America are popping. It don't matter the black, whether it's black, it's a couple of them. It's a couple of them. Black, Hispanic, Mexican American, it's a couple of them. But for the most part, All these dudes pretty much on the same level. There's hit pieces that's being put out by different promotional companies, different media outlets, but they putting a hit piece out on this dude, but they throwing a smoke screen for this guy. Because it's a narrative that they're pushing. Right? You get what I'm saying? So I sit back, man, and I look at all this stuff. I'm like, fam. The gaming, like I'm looking at this jitterbug Dean the Great. Him and Adrian Broner. I'm like, that's what's in boxing right now. Jake Paul brought a lot of them. Listen, between Jake Paul and Ryan Garcia, they brought all of those streamer boxing fans and from the streaming world and influencer boxing. KSI. We gonna have a dude, he got a million subscribers, followers over there on Kick or Twitch or whatever. So we got the top popular streamer over here, you know what I mean, named Pablo versus doggone Mark. And then they'll see Mark, he hanging out with Jake Paul or Dean or KSI. They get excited. Ooh, boy, he went KSI. He traded with them. These dudes don't know a check hook from a fish hook. This what's here. This who trying to argue with you online, trying to tell you about boxing. I see what I've been telling y'all for years. I say, bro, this was coming down the pipe. Go back and look at that 2023, 2024. I told you, I say, man, I see where it's going at, and I was right. I was 100% right. I'm looking at it now. I'm like, man, that's why I say I can't be arguing with these dudes. I can't be arguing with these dudes. What I'm arguing with? This man think because the dude popular and got more subscribers that he gonna beat the guy who maybe not as popular, but way more skilled than him. Yeah, he gonna make all these straw man arguments for why his fighter gonna win. You do know that this dude right here ain't nothing to be fucked up with, right? You do know that this dude, you do know that this dude right here, man, he measures the distance range very well. Styles make fights. He's very adaptable in the ring. He can figure it out before he got to go back and sit down in the corner and get instructions. This dude right here ain't got but one punch. You take that away from him, it's gonna force him to fight the way the other guy wanted him to fight, and it's gonna be at a disadvantage to him. They don't know that. They look at that, man, Ryan Garcia got 1 million likes he got 1 million likes on his Instagram page. Yeah, man, he just posted a selfie. You know what I mean? Like, these are the dudes. Hey, shout out to Mr. Classic Metal.
Hey, okay.
He said, you know what's interesting contrast? He said, compare the numbers. Oh, y'all read that one now. Shout out to Mr. Classic Metal.
Hey, okay.
He said, millennials often can't handle criticism. They quick to shout, stop hating. Yeah, this is especially true when they was raised by a single mom. Boy, listen, everything is hate. If you don't agree with me, you hating. Like, well, fam, you ain't really got nothing for me to hate on. I'm just telling you, like, this is called constructive criticism. Yeah, this era right here, everything hating. So, but listen, they soft as wet cotton candy. They can't fight. That's why they always shooting it. The first thing they're gonna do, they're gonna grab their gun. At least when I was growing up, you can get a fade. You ain't getting no fade right now. These young niggas can't fight at all. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, so everything hating. If you can get a fade right now, that's manly. A fade and then nothing happened after that. We don't let it go and keep going. That's it. But yeah, man, it's just a different era right now. You got, bro, check this out. You got kids Dean the Great age. Those are the majority of the boxing fans right now. And then the cats that's a little older than them and maybe was born in the 90s a little bit, that's who here right now. And guess what? The mainstream media has conformed. Carla, hold on. People like Max Kellerman, these mainstream media outlets, a lot of them have conformed. Oh, he's popular. He's this. This is how somebody like a Ryan Garcia can get popped with PED. This is how somebody like Ryan Garcia can lose to Tank Davis, get stopped by Tank Davis. The very next fight, was it the very next fight? Or the fight after that? He have another fight after that, I think. Then he fight Devin Haney for the belt, whatever. And then he lose. But he he blow weight on that. So we know what happened with that. Devin Haney took the money. But then he'll lose. Well, he'll win that fight, but get stripped, get suspended. Come back off suspension, immediately get a title fight, fighting Roland Romero. I think the WBA belt was vacant or something of that sort. Lose that fight, come right back and get another title fight, fighting doggone Mario Barrios. This is how. Because he's popular. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Jamie from New York.
Jamie, talk to me.
Hey, Coach, the people booing, I don't blame them. I already told you. They were Benavidez fans. But the truth is, man, I don't even know why Canelo showed up to that fight.
Well, he did that because of Jaime Munguia, because Jaime Munguia is in his camp now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Munguia's training with him, and Munguia was good, man. He reminded me of Canelo a little bit, to be honest with you. But that's the reason why he was there. We all know that. But he knew he was walking into hostile territory. I had a feeling that was going to happen, and it did. And I'm glad. He brought this on himself, to be honest with you, Coach. I agree with you 100%. After the Plant fight, he was on top of the world, and he's been running boxing for 5-10 years now. The top guy. So talking about pay-per-views and fame, all that shit, money, everything. He was the shit. But then he changed, bro. You know what I'm saying? He started ducking Benavidez. He also ducked Andrade. He started not giving us the fight that the fans want, Mexican or not. Mm-hmm. But we won the Benavidez, bro. You know what I'm saying? And somehow he always found a way to go around this guy. And that's not going to fit well with true boxing fans. And, I think that's what happened to him Saturday, But, again, man, he started giving us the shitty fights, man. Whether it was Jaime Munguia or he had a mandatory, which is cool. I understand that. I'll give him that. But that guy was a nobody. Then he fought Berlanga. Again, these are shitty fights, man. And as the king of boxing, people complain that, we don't get the fights. It's boring, this and that. Me included. I'm one of them, right? I'm from the old school. But, bro, as the king, bro, you have the responsibility to give us the top fights. And we wanted Benavidez, bro. So he keeps talking the guy, man. So once he started doing that aura, it started to diminish.
Yeah.
And then he took the Crawford fight, thinking that it was going to be a walk in the park. You know what I'm saying? An easy out, and you see what happens. So now Canelo's aura is gone, bro.
Yeah.
And that's another factor, bro. They don't fuck with him, bro. Between ducking, bro, and not giving us the fight and losing to Bud, Canelo's aura is gone, bro. But hey, man, he still got a name. It's heavy. It sells tickets, but I really don't know where he's going to go, Coach. I really don't know.
Well, this is the thing, right? Like Canelo is still going to be the biggest ticket drawer. Now he's not. He ain't work with Turk She paid him, but Turk She paid all them dudes. Every fighter he's ever had over there, he overpaid him. So that's just what he did. But however, Canelo, there's nobody in North America that's a bigger draw than him. He has a big enough fan base to where he gonna get the numbers. His reputation probably taking a little hit right now. I will say that. Yeah. And I think it's obvious, it's just disingenuous not to say that he didn't duck David Benavidez. He ducked him. So that's fine.
Yeah.
David Benavidez is a cruiserweight now. Really, he's a heavyweight. Because he came in at 200 pounds, and then the night of the fight, he probably gained by 10 to 15 more pounds. I'm saying when rehydrate. So he probably was fighting Zurdo at about 215, anywhere from 210 to 215. And Zurdo looked like he was about 235, 240. So, he can't be calling Canelo out now. He's a heavyweight.
Yeah.
He's in between the cruiserweight and the heavyweight right now. He's too big for. I had this one dude tell me, he said, coach, Crawford retired because he didn't want to fight Benavidez. Tell him to come back out of retirement and fight Benavidez. I said, well, for one, Crawford ain't come back out of retirement. He's done. I say, and two, Benavidez is a heavyweight. He need to be fighting Tyson Fury. He need to be fighting Anthony Joshua. He need to be fighting Alexander Usyk. Or he need to be fighting the other cruiserweight, who y'all ain't mentioning his name, J.O. Bathaya. When J.O. Bathaya had the belt, you wasn't going to fight him. And now he don't have the belt, you still ain't going to fight him. So you being selective about who you want to fight. So I'm not going to sit back and say that. I'm like, okay, if this motherfucker's bad as y'all say he is, okay, let's see him. I want to see him move up, fight Usyk next then. Or let him fight Joe Bathaya or whatever the case may be. Because Zurdo Ramirez was trash. And this ain't no shade to David Benavidez, but if you've been on this channel, I've always said Zurdo was trash. There's nothing special about Zurdo Ramirez. He was over there on Golden Boy promotions. He was on the Golden Boy diet. They was giving him a whole bunch of goddamn soft touches, patting his record. He ran up on Bivol. Bivol beat his ass 12 rounds to 0. And then goddamn it, he been carefully fighting certain fighters, when he moved up, that match his skill set. We know what the hell going on because I know how Golden Boy get down. I'm like, man, but he didn't want to fight doggone J.O. Bathaya when J.O. Bathaya had the belt. None of that stuff there, so they avoiding that boy. So it is what it is. We gonna find out what's up.
Yeah. Coach, beat me to my point, man. That's where I was going next. Benavidez is too big, man. He outgrew several weight classes just like that, bro. It seems overnight. And we didn't get the fight then. We're not gonna get it now. I feel bad away. For Benavidez, I'm not saying he wasted time, but they went around the world.
No, I don't feel sorry for Benavidez. Benavidez went along with the plan.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he went along with it. He went along with it. Yeah, Mauricio Sulaiman protected Canelo. He wasn't enforcing no mandatories, kept giving David Benavidez interim belts. You're the champion. He's proud to represent the WBC and all that old bullshit. Then when he finally said he was gonna mandate the fight, then David Benavidez moved up to light heavyweight. So it's like, man, David Benavidez, he ain't blame.
You saw Benavidez with all those WBC belts the night of the fight. Where did they come from?
Hey, man,
But anyway, it is what it is, man. Look, man, I'm gonna continue watch boxing. That's my true love. But again, I understand Canelo, being selective with his fight. It happens with age. They all do it.
Yeah.
It's all good. But hey, man, I wish Benavidez well. If you want to go to heavyweight, that's where the smoke is. Hey, why not? That's my call. Respect from New York.
And I'm like, yeah, you shit. Show me you shit. Man, you know what? Listen. Check this out. Like, I'm like, Benavidez at cruiserweight now. You can't listen now. Again, you can't be calling out. I can see if you was at 168. So if you was still at 168, fine, that's one thing. But you can't be calling out Canelo at cruiserweight. Now I get what y'all saying. But no, man, coach, Canelo was gonna move up to fight on Cabo. Yeah, he was gonna move up to fight on Cabo because Cabo was low-hanging fruit. That was an easy belt he could have got. All right, I move up, whoop this nigga right here. I think Cabo from South Africa. Yeah, I'm gonna move up, whoop this motherfucker right here. His skill set, he ain't really that good. I can outbox him. So you know what I mean? That's what that was about. That don't mean he can fight any cruiserweight. When you moving up in weight, like probably give a perfect example. When Roy Jones moved up from light heavyweight, he skipped cruiserweight and went straight to heavyweight. He didn't fight Lennox Lewis. He didn't fight Evander Holyfield. He didn't fight Mike Tyson. He fought John Ruiz. I think for the WBA Reggie belt. John Ruiz was not the most skilled heavyweight up there. Shit, John Ruiz beat Holyfield though. I think didn't he beat Holyfield? I think John Ruiz beat Holyfield. But Holyfield was old. Holyfield was 75 years old when he did that. True. Holyfield was 75 when he beat Holyfield. So I don't know if I can count that. But anyway, yeah, he didn't like, yeah, I'm Roy, I'm finna fight Lennox Lewis. No, Lennox was gonna kill him. So when you taking a risk, you already taking the risk, jumping up all those different weight classes to fight. You already taking the risk. So since you taking a risk, you get what I'm saying? Nigga ain't finna be fighting no motherfucker. Nigga, you gonna rehydrate to 240 pounds. Fuck, I look like fighting you. Shit. Nigga, you need to be fighting bigger niggas your size. Go fight Usyk. Usyk right there. You heavyweight any goddamn ways, fight Usyk. Fight Joshua. Fight Moses Idama. You said you the Mexican monster, right? Heavyweight. Go fight Moses Idama, that boy out of the UK. You probably hear crickets right there.
True.
You get what I'm saying? Hey, nigga, shit, y'all say he the monster. Okay, he the monster. All right, okay, cool, monster. All right, I got some for you. Hey, look at man, go fight. Listen, do what I need you to do, baby boy. Baby boy, listen, check this out. Check this out, baby boy. What I need you to do, fam, and look, there's this dude up there from the UK. He old young jitterbug. He ain't all that. He in the hype job, hype job from the UK. Oh, yeah, what we need you to do, because we know you're a monster. We need you to go ahead and knock him off right quick. Another thing too, right? You get what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I mean. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. Shit, if I was gonna be moving up and stuff like that, I'm picking select few fighters. Okay, let me see them. Let's see who you gonna fight. Shit, that's goddamn Bam Bigelow. I don't want none of him. Call her, hold on. That's the Junkyard Dog, JYD. Shit, I definitely don't want none of the Junkyard Dog. That nigga crazy. Who that is? Oh, that's the Ultimate Warrior right there. Shit, that's matter of fact. Listen, I'll fight Coco Be Well. Coco Be Well, suit it up. I'm fighting you tonight. I'll fight Coco Be Well. I'm not finna be jumping in there. I'll fight Bubba Smith. I ain't gonna be fighting Bad Leroy Brown. I'm not gonna be fighting the Macho Man Randy Savage, the Junkyard Dog. I'm not gonna be fighting them. I'm fighting Coco Be Well, Bubba Smith, the Honky Tonk Man. I'll fight him. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? This is the real McCoy from St. Louis, Missouri.
Man, the real McCoy, talk to me, brothers, from the Lou.
Hey, man, I got a thing about the Mexican monster. Don't get me wrong. I like Buddy. I do. I really do like him. Mm-hmm. But my thing is this. How you going to come up here and wait and don't string Jaya Pataya's name? You just cooked on that. And I really hate that Pataya is over there at Zupa. But here's the thing. We're going to kill this right here. They only recognize the ring belt. Don't Benavidez got a ring belt? I'm sure they can put something together to fight for the ring belt. Let's not use Zuffa and say, oh, Zuffa. No, Zuffa don't recognize the sanctioning body. Okay, but y'all can fight for the ring belt. And that's free. That's if you really want to fight. You really say you're the baddest man, but you want to be a weight bully. You want to try to call Canelo name at 200 pounds, David?
Man,
come on, man.
Hey, he was over 200 pounds the night of the fight. He was probably about 215. I say, man, how you calling Canelo out at cruiserweight, fam?
Canelo, man. I said Canelo been smart the whole time. Canelo, like, man, I'll go up and fight them guys that I know that I can get. No different than Bud. Bud knew he didn't trip off of it to. Of course, the legendary Mr. Bill Haney had told him, "Hey man, that's the best." Then he probably like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's a smart play. Like this is a thinking man's game. Like Benavidez, I see what you're saying. You trying to do name recognition, but your big ass trying to fight Canelo. Canelo and Crawford the same damn size, bro. I don't know, man. That's all I have. So they scared to death of Jaya Pataya. If you wasn't, fuck y'all, come up to cruiserweight, talking about you finna campaign, what you want to go back down and fight Bivol at 75.
Yeah, Bivol
you could be bigger.
Bivol gonna beat his ass. Watch.
Yeah, I think Bivol gonna definitely outbox the fuck up because I think Bivol was playing chess the whole time. When he was sparring him, I don't think Bivol was sparring him. I think he was working on some shit sparring him. But Bivol don't give a fuck about no damn sparring, and he don't give a fuck about no knockout. He'll box your ass to the end.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's just my thing. If you up there at cruiserweight, I say reign at cruiserweight, Jaya Pataya up there, and go to heavyweight. You too damn big, David.
Yeah, I'm motherfucker big. Yeah. That motherfucker big, dog.
But that's my call, though, Coach.
All right, so for hey, real McCoy, right? That motherfucker big, bro. What he say? He say Bud asked for $100 million to rematch Turkey. Turkey said no. Who told you that, fam? I talk to Bud all the time. That ain't true. Who told you he asked for $100 million? That's a lie. You can't produce no receipts on that. You going by what Bernie the Boxer said. Bernie the Boxer said that on Mill City. He didn't say that Bud asked for 100 million. He never said that. That's a number he threw out there or something of that sort. But that ain't true. That's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie. Bold-faced lie. You made that up. Shout out to Green Eyes P. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to The Natural. The Natural. Salute, fam. Yeah, I'm just sitting back like, yeah, you can't be no heavyweight. No, you can't be no heavyweight calling out little ass Canelo now. If you were still at 168, and see, this is the thing. Like I told you guys before, I've done several shows on this about Benavidez, right? I say, look, Benavidez, when Canelo had signed over there to the PBC, I said Benavidez, Canelo, Scamps, everybody on the same team. Benavidez went along with what Mauricio Suleiman suggested and all that stuff there. He went along with it. He wasn't raising no sand, none of that stuff there. He still, Carla, hold on. He's still praising the Mauricio Suleiman. Oh, I love Mauricio Suleiman and the WBC. They been good to me. But they kept Canelo, so he blaming Canelo. But yeah, he's siding with the people who kept him from that fight. Your promoter Al Heyman kept you away from him. Scampson kept you away from him. Your promoter Scampson, Al Heyman, your advisor, kept you away from him. Mauricio Suleiman kept you away from him. Y'all went along with it the whole time. You kept doing what the WBC told you to do. Come on, man. Cut it out, man. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Cole? This is Derek from Florida.
Derek, talk to me, brother.
What's up, Cole? Now with Benavidez did call out, I do agree on that part, Cole, because he is in cruiserweight. At this point, like, this don't even worry about Canelo at this point. Like, he weighing 168, so that I think he should let that shit go. He should let that shit go.
Yeah.
Because what I do disagree on, I think Benavidez beat Bizzle and Benavidez. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I want to see him fight him.
Both of them niggas.
Yeah, okay. Well, listen. Okay, well, get what?
They gonna be talking about Peter Pratt gonna outbox Benavidez, Boo Boo gonna outbox Benavidez will beat the boxer. I think
when they gonna fight?
A good boxer though.
When they gonna fight?
Whenever they fight. When Benavidez and Beaver decide to fight each other. But if they do, I got Benavidez. I think he gonna stop Beaver. Like Beaver gonna do good, but I think that pressure, his hand speed, is too much. Too big, too much. I think he's gonna be high Jake. If he do more than 175, coach, I think he's gonna be high Jake. Maybe 180, 190. He's gonna be too big, too fast. And Benavidez, coach, I think he's too old. I think he aged out. I think Benavidez was smashed.
Aged out. So when you say aged out, so you
I think he'll be both of them niggas. He'll be both of them niggas, bro. Mark will be both of them.
So you say he aged
I don't
out?
care nobody.
All right, okay.
Yeah, he's gonna be both of them niggas. That's my call, coach.
All right, super. Well, shit. Yeah. I bet she ain't gonna fight him. I bet he ain't gonna fight him. You know what I mean? Listen, the only way he gonna fight one of them, Turk out the sheet got to get involved. Other than that, I'm finna fight them people, man. That man finna fight them people, man. He looked good against Zurdo. Zurdo ain't nobody. Zurdo was a C-class fight. Literally. I like Benavidez, but I gotta be honest. Now I'm looking at him. I'm looking at him like a chicken hawk. I said, you know what, man? I said, let me look at this motherfucker, man. Okay, he beat this dude, but like this man in all his fights, you supposed to beat these dudes. You heavily favored against every guy you've been in the ring with. You heavily favored against him. So I'm like, so this motherfucker ain't taking no risk. He fighting all the easy fights, all the layoff fights. Over at the PBC, fought all the layoff fights. That's what he fighting. Again, I like Benavidez, but everybody he fighting, he a massive, they're a massive underdog against him. He fighting dudes that everybody know he gonna beat. Everybody picked doggone Zurdo to get knocked out against Benavidez. Everybody knew that. Fight happened exactly the way people said it was gonna happen. Everybody knew he was going to beat Caleb Plant. Everybody knew he was going to all them other guys he fought. Anthony Yard. Anthony Yard lost every step-up fight he had. He never won a step-up fight. They take turns kicking Anthony Yard ass. You saw what he did to Yard? Oh, okay. So what he did to Yard? Who the fuck is Yard? True. You get what I'm saying? They take turns kicking y'all into the yard ass. Man, they whooping on. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta be honest. Again, I ain't got a dog in the race. I ain't got a dog in the race. I ain't from Phoenix. I ain't got a dog in the race. I'm calling it like it is. See what I'm saying? Yeah, man. That's it. I'm shit. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. These niggas. I listen. I see what's going on. Yeah, I see what's going on. You know what I mean? It is what it is. He said, Coach, people did pick Plant to beat David. Shit, what people? What people? What people? Shit, what people picked him? I was in LA. I was in LA. Matter of fact, check this out. We're talking about the odds makers. When I say people, I'm talking about the odds makers. What the odds said. The odds ain't have him a favorite over dog on Benavidez. Talking about the odds. I'm talking about the people who make money gambling, professional gambling, the odds makers. Yeah. No, hell no. Hell to the no. Hell no. You get what I'm saying? Hell no. Man, that man running, whooping all these. Listen, these dudes, you get what I'm saying? Motherfucking Caleb Plant, the man had no, and guess what? And he's supposed to got a knockout against Caleb Plant, or at least a knockdown. The referee in that fight let Caleb Plant was holding on for dear life the entire fight. Holding on for dear life. Holding on. They kept talking about Devin Haney be holding all the time. Goddamn, Caleb Plant was holding up, bro. That man was holding so much in that fight. Caleb Plant should have got disqualified. He was holding Benavidez so much. Then they went to talk about, yeah, man, Benavidez, what they said, hold on. Yeah, Benavidez couldn't get the knockout. This is what Canelo fans were saying. Now, this is when Benavidez was at 168. Benavidez was at 168 pounds. Canelo was at 168 pounds. I was at Tom's Watch Bar in LA, watching that fight at Tom's Watch Bar. Me, Frank Stallone, which is Sylvester Stallone brother, Rocky, Steve Kim. It was some more compadres. We was there watching the fight. I was talking shit. You know what I mean? I was sitting there, doing what I do, talk shit. I'm sitting there talking shit like me. So, man, I say, man, I was mad because the referee, you letting this man hold on for dear life. Caleb, man, y'all go back and watch that fight, bro. Second half of the fight, because Caleb Plant get tired. Y'all know he get tired. He started out looking good a little bit. He got a little snap in his punch. Caleb Plant go to boxing around. He a slick white fighter. He sit there, bounce around and you know what I mean? Hit the 1-2. It looked real, real good. But then something happened. As time go by, Caleb Plant go to getting tired. He go to getting windy. He cannot handle pressure fighters. When you put that pressure on Caleb Plant, and because you can only be on the back foot for so long. When he gotta sit down and have that bite down and fight, it's a whole nother ball game. Now, yeah, he'll knock out. Now we'll say this in now. Caleb Plant, let me see. I think he 3-0. He 3-0 against brothers. He 3-0 against brothers. I saw a video of Caleb Plant when he was living in the mean streets of Ashland, Tennessee. He was in the trailer park. He had a fight with this black dude. It was a bunch of people sitting there recording it. He had a fight with this black dude. This is back in the day. You know what I mean? Like, this had to be like, when did Caleb Plant turn pro? Want to say like the early 2000s. Somebody had a flip phone or something. And he had to whoop this dude that. Well, he ain't like whoop his ass, but he boxed him up right quick, boxed him up. I don't know if he dropped. I think he dropped him. I think he might have dropped him or something like that. Caleb Plant had to box the brother up, put hands and foots on him a little bit. So that's one brother he whooped. Then he knocked out Anthony Durrell. He knocked out Anthony Durrell. I don't know. I think he beat him on Juneteenth. When that was? Let me see. When that was he beat Durrell. Let me see. Was that Juneteenth? Because I know we can't take no more L's now. Let me see. Let's see. Plant versus Durrell. Oh, that was October 22. October 2022. He had to knock him out. You see what I'm saying? Then he can't follow that up. Then he slapped Jamal Charlo. True. Now he 0-2 against Mexicans. I think, well, you know what? I don't know. I think he might have beat some Mexicans. But I'm saying, as of late, you know, Canelo beat him. And then, well, you know what? Canelo the only Mexican he lost to. Canelo beat him. David Benavidez from Phoenix. So he from Phoenix, Arizona. So he lost to his fellow American, David Benavidez. So, you know, so I will say that. Yeah, man. So Caleb Plant should have been disqualified for all that holding he was doing, bro. That man was holding so much, fam. Bro, Carter, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Coach, it's Derek again. I got another question. What about the I was looking at the chat. What about the David Morrell fight? And you give him credit. Everybody was thinking Morrell would have beat David. You think that was his toughest fight with David Morrell?
No, that wasn't his toughest fight. David Morrell had 10 fights. He had 10 fights, bro. He had 10 fights.
But I ain't gonna say Lomachenko, but Lomachenko had like less fights.
Oh yeah, but David Morrell didn't accomplish what Lomachenko did. Lomachenko won. I think he won a title in like his third or fourth fight. I know he lost his first or second fight, something like that. But he ended up winning until he beat Gary Russell Jr.
But Morrell did drop David in that fight. We watched it. He did drop on Benavidez. That's why I said,
man, David Morrell was a PBC hype job. They were hyping him up. They was putting him in the ring with bombs. They were knocking these bombs out. He stepped in there with David Benavidez. Yeah, man, I'm trying to hype David Morrell up. Man. Hey.
This bomb is taking the easy matches. Fight another bomb.
They were hyping David Morrell up. You know who was hyping David Morrell up? Canelo fans was hyping David Morrell up because they were trying to protect Canelo from David Benavidez. So you started hearing David Morrell, yeah, nigga, Morrell. You saw, because Morrell had to put one dude in a coma. Remember that dude he put in a coma? David Durrell had a bunch of setup fights. They hyping him up. The same thing they did for Wilder, that's what they did to David Morrell. Then they fed him the doggone David Benavidez. Everybody coming, Canelo fan, y'all, nigga, you scared. Nigga, David Morrell, you need to fight Morrell. You need to get by him to earn the right to fight Canelo. He had them stepped on David Morrell, stepped on him. And what? Morrell ain't been the same since. True. They be hyping these niggas up, hyping them up and all that stuff. See, that's what I'm saying. That's these new age boxing fans. They come from the streaming world. They come from the influencer boxing world. That's what's here right now. They don't know what they looking at. They don't know a setup fight when they see one. They don't know what matchmaking is. They don't know none of that. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, you know. Yeah, man, everybody online because they be seeing bots and stuff talking. And, yeah, man, he doing it. That's all that was. That's all that was. You get what I'm saying? So, that's all that was. The chess pieces, the chess moves that's going on in boxing. They be protecting certain fighters, hiding other niggas. Then they go to, like you got to ask yourself this question, right? This question you got to ask yourself. If a fighter, this is a serious question. If a fighter isn't a draw, nobody knows him, can't sell, ain't fought nobody, why everybody want him to come out of retirement and fight? Why would you complain about a fighter that you don't like? You say he can't sell, he ain't no draw, he ain't fought nobody. Then he retires. That same fighter that can't sell, ain't no draw, can't sell, can't sell, he chinny, and ain't fought nobody. You want him to come back out of retirement to prove to you that he ain't no coward. Well, goddamn, well, which one is it? Which one is it? Then you got hold on. Then you got a fat motherfucker who is the president of a sanctioning body who call a fighter a coward when he ain't thrown no hands. He ain't had a fight in his life. Because he can't get no more money out of him for sanctioning fees. But you ain't no record calling none of the fighters who look like you are coward. It's unheard of. You can't find it nowhere. It just don't make no sense. I'll call it what's your name to call it from.
Hey, what's up, Coach? It's Coach Eddie from ATL.
Coach Eddie, talk to me.
What's going on, bro? Man, it's a lot to unpack, man.
Go ahead and unpack it. You got time.
You got time. Yes, sir. So I heard Leo said something about how the Mexican fans got mad when Jaime Munguia lost to David, another Mexican. And then he said something about a lot of Mexican fans got mad when De La Hoya beat Chavez.
Yeah, that is true.
So you said early in the show that Terence Crawford, a highly pigmented brother from Nebraska, dark-skinned brother, beat Canelo Alvarez. We all witnessed the crash out live and in living color. Folks was kick breaking their TV. Grown men were crying. Folks throwing down Mexican flag. They were mad because Canelo got beat by black men. Those are facts, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it was like they found out that Santa Claus wasn't real that night. And they were looking, oh, Canelo, you see what he did to John Ryder? You see what he did to Callum Smith? You see how big he was? You see what he did to a drunk Kovalev? You see what he did to Rocky Field? And Rocky Field is 6'5". They had hyped Canelo up so much that they said Canelo can go and beat Usyk at the time. After Canelo had beat Sergey Kovalev, they said he can go beat Usyk. That's how much they were believing this man. This man been ducking his whole career. He don't want to fight nobody. Coward. This man called the police on somebody and had him throw it out the goddamn press conference. He was scared. He didn't want to fight, man. This dude don't want to fight nobody, coach. And I'm glad he got his right. His just due was food.
But do you think
rain upon his head, man?
But do you think it was right? Because the fans say, I'm not gonna lie, I was very, very shocked to see him get booed because these are people who are either Mexican or Mexican American. And so they share that kinship as it relates to that. And to see those people booing them, and I was like, damn, I wasn't expecting. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting that. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting that.
No, me is because it happened like overnight. Because when they sold pictures of Chavez, everybody cheered.
Yeah,
Chavez ain't fought in 30 years, man. Yeah. Everybody cheered for Chavez. Canelo was the face of Mexican boxing, selling out arenas, jumping up on the flag. Mr. I was born ready. I fight anybody. You know, jump up there doing, you know, after he knocked somebody out, thrashing his throat. Mm-hmm. He knocked out Caleb Plant. He jumped up on the ring rope. And the whole arena was cheering. Man, they showed the picture of this dude's face, man. You better have thought that man might have. Oh, it was crazy because the look on his face, he had a look of disappointment. Mm-hmm. And what Crawford took something from him that night, he ain't gonna be able to get it back. He took his soul. It's like this scene from Rocky 3, where goddamn Vicky told me, look, Rocky, those were setup fights. He said, what do you mean? They were good setup? No. They wasn't good. They were good, but they wasn't no killers. Mm. Eric Gomez is on record saying we kept Canelo away from certain type of fighters because we know he couldn't beat them.
He said
that. They did it for 12 years.
He said that. He did say that.
Those are the facts.
I got the video.
They did it for 12 years, man. Yeah. So the man, I mean, is he a good fighter? Yeah, he all right. He all right, but he ain't this great guy that they try to pump him up to be. He's a guy who had a lot of opportunities, who had caught people at the right time. You know what I'm saying? He was faded, small, knocked out, whatever the case may be. He caught him at the right time, and they made a lot of money.
But Coach Eddie, to give you some pushback, Canelo, though, he have the names, though. He got Floyd Mayweather on his resume. Sugar Shane Mosley, Miguel Cotto, and Miguel Cotto brother. He got Sergey Kovalev. He got Terence Crawford on his resume. Now, I don't know if you want to count Crawford because they said that Crawford ain't nobody. He ain't fought nobody. He old and he chinny. So I don't know if you want to count that as fighting somebody because y'all say they said he was nobody. But that's neither here nor there. So he got the names. He fought Bivol. Bivol ain't had no big name, but we know who he is because I used to watch him on HBO when he used to fight on Sergey Kovalev undercard. So I know who Bivol is. So you know he got almost 70 fights. He's a 4 or 5 division world champion. I don't remember. He been undisputed at super middleweight, something that nobody has done. So can you just he didn't fight the Mexican monster and he didn't fight Demetrius Andrade, but those are just 2 guys out of the many that they fought. Now I'm playing as devil advocate and I'm being a Canelo fan. And what you got to say about that?
Well, everything you said, you make a strong argument, but I can give you pushback. Shane Mosley, Cotto, all them guys were small, undersized, and over the hill fighters.
Yeah.
James Kirkland just got out of jail, smoking crack.
Yeah.
Man, I ain't making this up. It's real talk. Couldn't have Ann Wolf in the corner. That was
Ann
one
Wolf
of
in
the
the corner. Yeah,
stipulations.
I remember that. I remember that.
Couldn't have, Amir Khan had more glass in his chin than the chandelier, so we can't even count that. You know, Sergey Kovalev was a drunk. They put a weight stipulation clause on here. Just came off a tough fight with Anthony Yard. With life and death.
90 days. Listen, 90 days prior to fight Canelo fought him at the right time. They gave him an offer he couldn't refuse. He just got through fighting Anthony Yard. And Sergey Kovalev said, look, man, I'm injured. I need some time to heal. He said, take it or leave it, puto. He go $8 million. And get what? Sergey was like, man, take these $8 million dog. I ain't gonna get this money no more. And he took the fight, man. The man was, yeah, man. But you know, I hear what you're saying, Coach Eddie, man. But the man, the face of American boxing. He's a draw. He got a strong fan base. He connected to El Chapo. You know what I mean? Like the man, he got commercial endorsements. He plays golf. Like come on, he's flying around in private jets, and come on, Coach, and you got to give him credit for something.
Hey, I give him credit for robbing the bank. The man makes a lot of money now. I always say the man made a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? The Oscar De La Hoya did a wonderful job with this boy, man. Wonderful job. Made the right picks and everything. But at the end of the day, man, like I say, if he was, put it like this, if he was who everybody thought he was, if all the fans, ain't nowhere in the world Terence Crawford was supposed to come up there and beat him. If he was that guy, he wasn't supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? Terence Crawford showed him his level to this. He caught
him at the right time. That what the nigga was saying about. I swear to God, dude was on line. Yeah, catch him at the right time, Crawford. He always catch. He caught Errol at the right time. He caught Canelo at the right time. He the luckiest fighter in the history of boxing. And the reason why Crawford undefeated, he always fight dudes at the right time. I swear that's what they were saying, bro. Man. I listen. Man, I ain't gonna say the content creator's name, but I don't want to throw him under the bus. But boy, I'm trying to tell you, boy, like this nigga got a video. Bro, I was laughing so hard when this nigga made that video. I say, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, man. But, like I said, I can go on and on about Canelo. Canelo always trying to have upper hand on somebody, man. He's picking and choosing who he want to fight. And Crawford was older than him. How you going to catch somebody? This man is almost 40. And he came in and beat you easily. I seen Canelo quit in the 8th round. He was just trying not to get knocked out. Because he knew the gig is up, man. I think right now, people are going to be taking turns beating up Canelo, man. Because it's over with, man. I don't even think he's going to win the next fight. I could be wrong, but he can never humble Sherrod. I think Sherrod's going to knock him out. It's over with, man. The gig is up, man. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Salute to Terence Crawford for going ahead and just getting this fraud out of boxing, man, because we got to back this guy up, man. He ain't been doing that but a cancel on the sport. He been robbing the bank, been ducking and choosing and cherry picking and all that stuff, man.
Canelo had, he's been carrying the Mexican flag with pride. He's been repping for Cinco De Mayo, which is not even a real holiday, but that's over here in America. He's been repping for Mexican Independence Day. He gave a lot of the Mexican boxing fans a sense of pride, something they had up high on, and he's done that, Coach. And you just can't just take that away from the man like that. No. Come on, get a man something. Gotta give him something, Coach Eddie. Give him something, man.
I'm gonna end like this. I didn't take it away from them. They did. They booed him. I didn't boo him.
They did boo. They did.
The man that did put in all their work. I didn't take it away from him. They took it away from him. I didn't boo the man. I've been booing him for a long time. So now they starting to see, the man ain't really out there. You know what I mean? It is what it is. He's terrible. I'm gonna stand on that 10 times. He been done that smoke. He don't want to fight nobody. And it is what it is. He made a lot of money. I give you that. He put a lot of butts in the seats and all that stuff. But
listen, hey, Coach Eddie.
Yeah, he put butts in the seats.
Leonard Ellerby told you. He said it's about putting butts in seats. That's what it's all about. It ain't about fighting the best guys. It ain't about fighting smoke. Can you put butts in seats by taking the least amount of punishment. If I can cherry pick and take a whole head cheese sandwich, take them from the liquor store, put them in the ring, and thousands of people gonna come watch me, come from all over the country, and the hotels gonna be booked in Vegas. Restaurants gonna be full. Gambling casinos gonna be making money because people are gambling. All that's going, escorts coming out of nowhere to trick that day. Every time he come, he's a walking economy. If he can do that, he deserve a right to duck and pick and choose sometimes, Coach Eddie. Get a man a break, man. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a break, and I'm gonna end like this. The only reason Canelo picked Bivol because he's seen Bivol struggle with Craig the Spider Richardson, which is a domestic level fighter from England. He said, "Oh, he struggled with him. Give me Bivol." See, Canelo's a vulture. He thought he had something. Every time he thinks something, he got something. He lose. He thought Bud was the easy work. He thought Bud was easy till he got in there and realized, wait a minute, this joke is different. This ain't what I thought it was gonna be. Y'all tricked me. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. Hey, Canelo, it is what it is, brother. You had a glorious career, but you still a duck, and it is what it is.
Shout out to Coach Eddie. Coach Eddie ain't giving Canelo no breaks. Coach Eddie ain't give one thing about Coach Eddie. He holding the line when they come to hate. Coach Eddie holding the line, boy. What thing I say about Coach Eddie, boy? Coach Eddie don't care who say what. He like, look, dog, the man a duck. I'm gonna continue to say that, bro. I'm gonna come. Listen, man. One thing about Coach Eddie now, Coach Eddie, he gonna hold the line now. Let's give Coach Eddie a round of applause. He gonna hold the line. Hold on. Let me show y'all this here. My brother, Lord have mercy, Blue Blood Sports TV. Blue Blood's finna show y'all a little something about what's going on. What Blue Blood say? I think he say diabolical. Did he say diabolical? No, he didn't say diabolical this time. He said bizarre. Shout out to Blue. Oh, all right, Blue. Hold on, Blue. We finna check you out right now, Blue. Blue, we finna check you out right now. Let's see what. Okay, I gotta skip the first 3 minutes because he gonna be talking about. Wait a minute. I gotta skip the first 3 minutes because he gonna get a resume for the first 3 minutes. Let's skip all the way here. Let me see something.
Right here.
Okay.
You getting ready to witness jealousy firsthand. You getting ready to witness it.
Blue be acting like he pissed off. Blue like this is
right there. What's good, YouTube?
Oh, okay. So we got to skip that. Let's skip that. I thought he gonna get to the point. Blue the introduction gonna be about he gonna give everybody a resume. Blood type. You know what I mean? What hospital they were born in? Who signed the birth certificate? Was he an NICU or not an NICU? What their favorite food is, height, reach, weight, how many, what he got to do all that. But shout out to Blue.
Clearly jealous, okay? And he gonna start talking about Devin Haney's addressing the top 10 and saying that he should be high on the list. T.O.'s gonna start talking about how Devin should be ranked 8 because we ain't seen him fight since November, and when he gonna unify the belts. Well, he tried to unify the belts. The other champions don't want it. Listen to this. Let's listen.
Some BS, man.
Some BS. Okay, let's start with the monster at number 1. We've already kind of had this conversation. Teo says yes to the monster at 1. What do you say, Shady? I'll say yes.
Yes. You say still Usyk?
I think Usyk.
I agree with Usyk. We're split, but the ring has, in a way, won over Usyk.
Where's he go from here? Usyk? Yeah, because if anyway, this fought for one of the best.
So this is the BS. This is why I don't get in control. Because a lot of this stuff is just for content purposes. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all, right? A lot of this stuff y'all see, the rage bait, I ain't talking about Blue necessarily, but I'm just saying, like, I'm just giving y'all the game, the content creation game, right? So, basically the content, a lot of if you're a real good content creator, you know how to come up with, just basically, these guys got over 200,000 subscribers. So they've been in the game for a while, and you know what I mean? They're in the algorithm pretty good for the most part. However, it's called flooding the zone. Like when you drop a lot of videos, it's called flooding the zone. You know, that's how you flood the algorithm. Hold on. Wait a minute. Carla, what's your name? You calling from? Oh, hold on. Sorry about that. Vision Sports TV. Talk to me. You the last call.
Hey, all right, what up? Yeah, man. Yeah, I didn't really see when he got booed, but
he got booed twice.
I think that oh, okay. Yeah, I do know that the real Mexicans don't like him. I do know that. I work with a lot of Mexicans. I do business with a lot of Mexicans, like the Mexicans that don't speak English. Like, they don't like him. And I be like, why you don't like Canelo? They be like, no. I be like, Canelo? They be like, no. You know what I mean? I'm like, why you don't like Canelo? They like, he too commercial. He clean cut. He picking the easy matches, fighting a bunch of bums. Especially up until now. They don't think that he's like a real gritty Mexican. They don't see him as a real Mexican. Like, they see him as like a commercial, somebody like that's supposed to be like a spotlight, you know what I mean, type dude. So they don't really like him. So that's one thing. And then they want him to fight Benavidez. You know, they want him to go out like a champion. They want him to go out like a champion. If he's gonna lose, they want him to lose. Like, try. You know what I mean? Go blow for blow with the dude. You know, if you gonna go out, go out. You know what I'm saying? And go blow for blow with the dude. You know what I mean? So they want him to go. And then he went against Crawford, and he kind of laid down. It seemed like he laid down first Crawford. I ain't gonna front. When I watched that, it seemed like he kind of didn't even really try. Like, I think it's like he knew he was gonna lose that fight and just gave it up. And I think he picked Crawford to lose to. And I think that he didn't want to lose to Benavidez because, you know, Benavidez is talking that talk, and it was gonna be bad. But he said, well, let me just go ahead and lose to Crawford because Crawford is at least a formidable person to lose to, and it won't be as bad. You know what I mean? And then, but Canelo, if you ask Canelo about it, Canelo, he's still riding that wave from Triple G. Like, you be like, why you not fighting these dudes? He's like, hey, didn't I give y'all Triple G? Didn't I give y'all that? He's like, yeah, we give you credit for that, but that was like, how long ago? Like, dang near 15 years ago. So, but he's still riding that wave. So, yeah, that's why they booing him, man. I don't really got no problem with Canelo, really. I really never really cared for him, for real. But I think he's a real good fighter. I do think he was picking some easy matches over the last few years. I mean, fighting Berlanga and Munguia, that was like, come on, man. Especially when he fought Berlanga, I was like, come on, man. Come on, dog. But yeah, man, that's why they don't like him, man. But yeah, that's my call, man.
All right, salute, man. Shout out to Vision Sports. Hey, yeah, anyway, so that's blue. That's blue right there. That's blue right there. Blue don't like that, right? So just another thing. I gotta say this. Right? If you're a fighter, like a Devin Haney or any of these fighters, right? Teofimo Lopez. I don't like Teofimo, but that's neither here nor there. If you any one of these fighters, right? Do you know why they get upset that they're not higher on the pound for pound list? Because they value the opinion of Max Kellerman. They value the opinion of Mike Carpenter. They value the opinion of these guys. I don't give a fuck about their opinion. You getting paid handsomely to fight. You can't sit back and say in 1 minute, oh man, these white folks being racist to us, they treat us any kind of way. They don't never give us our fair shake. Because they'll cry victim in a minute as well, right? And one breath, then when they don't give you the fair shake that you feel like you should got, you complain about it. Well, you said beforehand that they don't give you a fair shake. You already knew that. So at this point, it's fake outrage to me. You get what I'm saying? I'm just saying to me, that don't make no sense. Man, I don't know why water always going to get on me. Why I always get wet, dog. Man, the water. Like, come on, fam. That don't make no sense, fam.
Where's he go from here? Usyk? Yeah, because if anyway, this fought for one of the best Japanese.
Bro, I don't know why these American boxing fans, the ones that's online, why they don't like a new way so much. Like, what is it about this dude that they don't like so much? I don't get it. I mean, they probably got xenophobia, but you know, after that, that's it. Like, you get what I'm saying? Anyway, let's continue.
These fighters of all time, right? Yep. And he beat him unanimously.
Yep.
Now, where's Usyk go from here? Who's he fight next to give it the same?
If I had my dream list, I would say Atama.
He ain't gonna fight him right now.
He's just
Benavidez, Caballel.
But I agree with the pound for pound list, the updated one.
You agree with the updated?
Think about number 8. We haven't seen you fight since what, November?
Okay, but if you think about it like this, Nakatani, the guy that he suffered. I mean, he had a hard fight with the guy he fought last.
He did.
I don't know, was it Hernandez? Was it Hernandez? We don't even know him. We don't even know that guy, right? Do you know him?
He's say again?
The guy that Nakatani fought before. Anyway.
But no matter what, he had to go up in weight, and he let go and vacated his Ring Magazine title at 118 to move up into face Inoue.
If that was the case, I should be Ring Magazine champion because I went to beat the #1 guy.
Not exact. There's a logic why that doesn't work.
For me to become Ring Magazine champion at 147, I got to go fight.
When are we gonna get you unifying?
Yes, I see why from your point of view, it's like, come on.
But see, now this is why I kind of like gotta get Devin Haney some pushback. This is why you never talk down to your opponent. Well, I beat the #1 guy in the welterweight division, but you said the #1 guy in the welterweight division was trash. You said that Top Rank put him in some good fights. They did a really good job building him up. They put him in fights that they knew he was going to win, which isn't true. He was highly favored to lose when he fought Centillion. He was not favored to win that fight at all. You know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there. But you defecated on all. That mean he a bum. He ain't this. He ain't that. But then you want to be put higher on the pound for pound list and get the ring belt for beating that very same guy that you said wasn't nothing. He was a bum. He, all that stuff. You said that. You said some good things about him, but you said some bad things about him too. You get what I mean? So, I mean, it is what it is. But let's give everybody a chat round of applause. I had a dude tell me, yeah, man, when a new way gonna fight in America. You do know he fought in America 3 times. You do know that, right? Guess what? He got dead quiet. And if you don't care nothing about no other fighter outside of America, why you worried about the little Japanese dude that fight at 122 pounds? He ain't, guess what? Only thing he doing, he got 55,000. Every time he fight, he got 55,000 people coming to see him fight in the Tokyo Dome. That's what he doing, numbers. That little dude, a new way is on the Forbes list. None of them dudes on that panel made the Forbes list. He been on there consecutive years, 3-4 years in a row. None of these dudes on the Forbes list. So I'm like, fam, okay, I hear what you're saying, fam, but shit, you're like, these dudes ain't that. Over here. Carla, what's your name? Where you call it from? All right, that call on the phone up. All right, it is what it is, man. Shout out to everybody, man. I want to dedicate this show to the hood.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all. I did this for the hood. Y'all know I beat that boy.
Yeah, like these dudes got so much, like, dude, like, you got guys that's boxing that's doing way more than you. We don't know this guy. Who gives a fuck about what you know? This ain't no shade to Devin Haney. I'm like, fam, we don't like, fam, like, dude, like, this ain't back in the day no more, bro. America is not the mecca of boxing no more. This shit milk toast watered down now. This ain't the 90s boxing in 2026. This ain't the 80s. This is a whole new fan base and a whole new breed of boxers, bro. The old school guys who doing it, and I get what people saying about Canelo, but Canelo got damn near 70 fights. He got the names on his resume. Do I have some criticism of Canelo? Yeah. I don't like his fans. His fans is something else. However, well, I ain't gonna say his fans. He got a radical element of his fans. The radical element, right? The Cinnabons. The Cinnabons. You got Canelo fans, and then you have the Cinnabons. Like you have Floyd Mayweather fans, then you have the Flow-Mos. You got the Tank Davis fans, then you have the Tinkerbells. The Tinkerbells gonna ride for Tank. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like the popular fighters, the ones who popular, get all the media hype, the darling of boxing and stuff like that. In America, they have some of the most radical, crazy fans. The ones who they say ain't popular, ain't nobody, which they do be popular, especially when they go different countries and stuff like that. You get to see that shit. You know, them fighters there, they don't get that, you know what I mean, from these same guys. Like, again, these are influencer boxing fans and streaming boxing fans. That's in boxing right now. And if you pander to those guys, you can do very well in this business. Yeah, I'm telling you. If you pander to that crowd right now, you're gonna do okay. You're gonna do okay. I ain't saying you're gonna break the bank now like that, but you're gonna do okay if you pander to those guys. Because that's where it's at right now. That's the audience. That's the wave right now. And then what you seeing? I'm showing y'all something. You got Dean the Great, little partner, little homie right here from Tampa. This city right here, he from Tampa. Putting on the most clownish fighter that we probably seen in the history of boxing. I've never seen a fighter that's a bigger clown in boxing than Adrian Broner. I ain't seen nothing like him. When it come to being a clown, he is the best. So you take AB and then you mix him with the streaming world, he got a whole nother career now because they want to crash out. The drunk uncle who look like he carrying twins, fat, pregnant, don't nobody know who he is over there. He drunk, keep a cup in his hand. He's playing the part very well. That audience, that's gonna be the connection to bring more of those type of fans in boxing. Then when Dean the Great, I think he fight with KSI, Misfits Promotions or something like that. He fight with those guys. So you get what I'm saying? So that's the audience, that's the fan base right now. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it now, I get it. I see what it is.
Now I run every kind of bitch, every kind of
you get what I'm
face.
saying? So,
I know
I remember
one
just saying
thing.
me.
When it comes down on you, you either collectivize or you run like a solitary rat.
All right, let's wrap it up. Shout out to all Shaku Hands, Chris Legg, WMS, Dr. Boxing, salute. Let's see, we got Daniel, Jazz Funk. Shout out to Chris Legg. He said, you see that newest video I sent you? He said, well, he was about to attack the chick with a $500 bet. Yeah, I saw that. Shout out to Shaku Hands. Let's see. Shout out to Dr. Mario, JC, Schoolo. Let's see. Shout out to Gold King, Bruce Gas, Jazz Funk. Shout out to Lisa Bells. Shout out to Tila. Let's see. Shout out to Where's Due. Shout out to Silence Punk. Shout out to JC. We got 702. Matter of fact, let's get in contact. Let's give a shout out to the callers. Shout out to Leo from H-Town, Jamie from New York, the Real McCoy from the Lou, Derek from Florida, Coach Eddie from the ATL, Vision Sports TV, and I'm gonna give everybody else a shout out right after these messages. Hey, man, much love to everybody, man. Shout out to Miss Steph Jackson, man, and this BI. Shout out to Miss Steph Jackson. Shout out to Just Living Life. Shout out to Jamie from New York. And shout out to everybody else in the chat that I might have forgotten. Shout out to Mr. Classical. Mr. Classical in the building. Yeah, Mr. Classical. You know, shout out to Mr. Classical. And shout out to JEG. Dropping that quarter of a dub. Dropping that quarter of a dub. He said people forgot Benavidez team duck undefeated Plant and Baturviev when the WBC put him as a mandatory 2022 weight. Dude moves up and fights Cans. I mean, he's moving very strategically. He is. I will say that he's moving very strategically. You get what I'm saying? I know a lot of his fans don't want to admit that, the few he do have, but he is definitely moving that. You get what I'm saying? So that's the reality of the situation. I'll catch you guys on the next one. You know my motto: don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace, man. Y'all much love to the family, fam.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.